right, hello. Welcome to Adventures in Lollygagging. We're playing Traveler tonight at long last. I bought this. I think I bought this book back in like January or something, and I've been like peeking around at it. And then last year I got to play it on for a bit on Garblike Games, and so it's fun to finally get to play it here. We're gonna be doing character creation tonight, which, if you know anything about Traveler, you know is its own thing entirely. It's its own special sort of crazy mini game where we go through these various life path tables and things like that, and kind of create our own little group and go from there. No one here has really played it too much, so we're going to make a ton of mistakes. We are, by the way, I should mention, using the Mongoose, most recent Mongoose version, so that's what we're focusing on. So this is, I think, second edition, and specifically the 2022 update. That's what I'm going from. Thank you for those of you throwing out subs and things. Very nice of you. As Hype Train. Oh no, what's it called now? It's not Hype Train anymore. What is it?
Boost Train.
Boost
The
train
Boost
now.
Train. I don't know. Is that better?
I don't know.
And yes, you can die in character creation. It's less likely in this like newest version, but it is still possible. You can definitely die out, and in this, you can go to prison. Like, there's all sorts of wonderful things. Oh boy. So ready to go? Wait, should we just dive in? We have like no we don't have to any character. Normally we introduce characters, but we don't have any characters to introduce. Ah, man. Oh, thanks, Pat. Yeah, I know. I've been growing my hair out for a while now, so it's getting pretty
so
crazy.
Curly in the back.
It does. It gets really curly in the back. Melissa's so jealous of that. She hates it because her hair is so straight, but my hair gets super curly. It's crazy. I love it. So yeah. Thank you. Oh, right. So it is. I feel it's crazy. This is great. Anyway, I should have started doing this at the very beginning of the pandemic, but I only started doing it like halfway through, like a year or so ago or something like that.
Think of where you could have been.
I know, that's what I think about. Like, oh man, I could be Cousin It or something crazy.
And then Derek went and chopped his off during the pandemic.
Yeah, I know, we're going opposite directions. Long and I, though, he's got his own too. You can't see it as much because his hair blends in with his chair seat, but same thing. Okay, so are we ready to go? I think we're ready. All right, so Traveler obviously is a space game, space sci-fi. We are eventually the plan is we're going to play some of the Deepnight stuff. We're going to start with Deepnight Legacy, which is sort of an opening potential prologue for a longer campaign, and then schedule permitting and interest permitting, we might kind of continue with a longer campaign. We'll see how that goes. We're going to play that exactly by ear, but for now, that's where we're going to start off. You all, so the four of you are going to make characters. All of you have character sheets. We're using Foundry. You can go ahead and get those ready. And again, if you're unfamiliar, Trevor, with the way character creation works is everyone starts off as basically like an 18-year-old, bright-eyed, whole future ahead of them, and character creation progresses over like a series of terms, or like 4-year increments. And in each of those terms, those increments, they usually choose some kind of career that they are trying to do stuff in. And during that career, they're gonna gain some skills. They're gonna gain potentially some stat boosts. They're gonna have some life events, both good and bad. They're gonna gain allies. They're gonna gain rivals. They're gonna gain enemies. All those types of things. And in some cases, they might even gain some kind of equipment or things like that. They could get injured, etc. And so it's a whole thing. And we're gonna go through this slowly. We'll probably make some mistakes. For those of you who are Traveler aficionados, if you see something glaring, please let us know, either now or if you're watching this later when I throw this up on YouTube. You can let us know then, and I'm sure we'll try to catch it and make some tweaks. So, okay. So the first thing you all have to do is basically decide on a species. Human is the most common. And so that's pretty much what everyone's going to be. And that's the default. There's no extra fancy things you have to do here and there if you decide to go humans. But I am going to allow access to 3 different alien species. There are some really strange ones in the Traveler universe, like hivers are just hilariously fun. But in order to make this thing a little bit more manageable, there's 3 I've kind of narrowed it down to. we're all going to be playing within the Third Imperium, so we're in charted space. Like, we're using the default setting, but Deepnight kind of takes you away from the default setting, kind of as you go into like a deep space exploration thing. So any character, whether they're human or whether they're one of these alien species, we're presumed to have kind of grown up and matured within the Imperium anyway. So the other options you have, if you don't want to do human, you can do what are called the Vargur, which are effectively uplifted wolves, and they were essentially taken. They were uplifted by the ancients. I'm not going to go there's I can give you some handouts if you decide to go with the wolves, and you can kind of read more of their backstory if you're curious. But essentially, they were uplifted by a species known as the ancients, and they're known to be fairly kind of charismatic group. Like, they're kind of driven by kind of charisma in some way. All of the alien species, they have usually some attribute adjustments here and there, so they might be a little stronger or weaker, or way worse than that, but they also get like special traits. Like, there's some extra kind of ability that they get. So for instance, Vargur have heightened senses, but they also have a bite. So like, those are things that you can get, but that's at a penalty of like losing some endurance, losing some strength, because they're not as strong or as durable as humans might be. So that's one option. And if the four of you are following along with like the character creation doc, you can, like, I'm just going to kind of move down that list. These are my notes, my working notes. You can follow along with me. The next are the Aslan, which are lion people. Specific lion, not like cat. Like, this is sort of based upon this concept of lions themselves. Now, they have their own empire. I'm not going to get into the full history because I'm going to make a fool of myself if I do. But the ones that we're going to be playing are ones that are not necessarily part of the Aslan Empire. They have, for different reasons, found themselves within the Imperium, probably because they're like outcasts of some kind. And so that's an option you have. They are a little bit stronger, but they are less dexterous. So you have like that stat adjustment. They also have dew claws, which allow for like, sort of melee attacks, and they also have heightened senses. And so again, if you're interested in playing these, they're essentially anthropomorphic lions. Like, there's nothing extraordinarily different between how they, like, they're still bipedal and all that kind of stuff. And then the last one I'm going to allow is the Bwops, which are these tiny little lizard people, like geckos, sort of. These are, they're smaller, but so they also have like a pretty big hit to your stats. So a strength of -4 and endurance of -4, but you also have a trait called Structured Mind, which gives you a permanent boon on all administration and science checks, which means that anytime you roll an administration or a science check, you're rolling 3d6s, dropping the lowest, because that's what boon means. And that's all time, which is a pretty good trait. But it does come at a cost. So those are the three additional ones you can choose. Do you have to sell insurance? Maybe. So is anyone thinking of playing a non-human? Did I just waste my time explaining all of them? It's okay. I'm fine with just pure humans. It's totally fine.
This time, I'm definitely sticking human.
Okay, human.
Long, you look almost interested.
Almost, but no, I think I'm gonna go human as well. I don't play much humans in any of the campaigns, so it's like, let's try human.
That is strangely true,
Yeah.
right? That is strangely true. Yeah. Other than Delta Green, I guess. But by the end, you all really weren't human anymore. So let's be honest. Derek, you sticking human?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 4 humans / cowards, and now we're gonna move on. All right, so then the next thing we're gonna do, I'm sorry, I'm a jerk. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna roll your stats. So if you're following on the character creation doc I have up, you see roll your starting stats. There is a stat generator table. All of you can go ahead and pull up that table, click the roll button, and it'll generate your stats. So it'll generate 6 numbers. Go ahead and do that now. And you can assign these in any order you want. So the 6 stats, there's 3 that are physical. There's strength, dex, and endurance, which you probably think they mean. Then the mental characteristics are intellect, education, and social standing. Okay. So education, the difference between intellect and education is learning and experience, whereas intellect is intelligence and quickness of mind. So that's the differentiation between them. Now, before...
right?
That's bad.
Mike.
Yes.
Gosh.
You
got 3 4s. Oh my gosh. Wow. Those
Ashley,
are awful, Ashley.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame.
I'm gonna die.
Maybe.
I've been
Okay.
chosen.
Wow. Derek rolled amazing.
Remember
never
that
happens.
Derek, do you remember years ago when we did our first 5th edition campaign?
Yes.
And you played the elf, we rolled for stats. Your stats were ridiculously good. Like, I still remember that to this day, because I remember like looking at Gabe. I'm like, is he cheating? I think he's cheating.
That's crazy.
Oh, okay.
I thought
all right.
I was about to complain about my 1-4 until I looked at Ashley's.
So before you decide where you want to put them, one of the things you might want to consider is what careers you might want to go into. So there is a handy dandy career summary table. So I'm going to show this to you now. 1, 2. Sorry, I don't like it when they make it do this. So this is the table. Did you all see that? It just popped up?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a little PDF. This has this kind of, what this chart shows is it's just all the different available careers. We're just doing default careers in the core rule book. There's extra ones we can do later, but let's start with this default stuff for now. So let me walk you through what this looks like and why you might want to sort of focus on this before you assign your stats. So when we start moving into terms, you have to, into different careers and things like that, and even pre-career stuff, you're going to have to potentially make qualification rolls to get into that role. So like to get into college, like university, or to become like become a scholar, for instance. Like, you're going to need to make a qualification check to get in. And if you can't make that check, and it's just an attribute check, then you can't get in that. And you either have to become a drifter or you have to get drafted into the military. So if you're looking at these different careers, agent, army, citizen, entertainer, drifter, marine, merchant, navy, noble, rogue, scholar, and scout, you'll notice then the next column has what are called assignments. Now, assignments are basically like specialty, like your focus within that field. So an agent, for instance, can go into law enforcement as an assignment. They can go into intelligence, like you could be a spy, or they can go into corporate. Army can go into support, infantry, or cavalry. All right. Now, the next column over shows qualification. That's just to get into the career. And then you have what are called survival roles. So at towards the end of like your 4-year term, we see if you made it through. So not only do you have to get to roll to qualify for the career, but as you're going through it, you got to actually roll a test to see if you make it through. And if you don't make it all the way through, you get ejected from the career probably. And so you can see right now what the stats are for some of those careers. So if there's something that you're really thinking that you want to try to do, so like if you want to really be like, I was messing around last night with making a spy, you might want to put some stuff into int. You might want to put some of your higher stats into int. So that might be something you might want to consider. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. It can also be an insurance agent. Gargan, last night I was doing a little dry run and I started as an intelligence espionage type spy. I lost an eye and then I went and became a corporate stooge. It was pretty great. Yeah, I approve of that path. So, and you also notice that there's a page number in the for like where you can find the full career page. So right now you should assign your stats, but take a moment, kind of look over some stuff, etc.
So this is interesting. And I think there was some advancements or whatnot where Soch was helpful, because I remember losing Soch when we were testing last night. And I thought, oh, well, I'm never going to get there.
Nobility is like sort of the main one, because nobility does have like if you want to go into the noble career, it's a social standing of 10 plus. Looks like citizen if you go into corporate. is 6+ as well. So there's a couple of them here and there.
So is this career we pick something we like will end up on, or something we start at?
It's something you'll try to get into. There's
Okay.
also pre-career stuff as well. So the default ones for pre-career, exactly, that's what I was saying, Kargan. I was Waylon Utani. So there's the default pre-careers you can do is you can go into university, so you can go to college essentially, or you can join like a military academy. But they also have like entry requirements. Like you have to roll to get into these places. So like to get into the military, like it's an endurance roll, or depending on the field you want to go into, like there's a potential role to get into. Same thing with university. So the career isn't necessarily going to be the only thing you're ever in, because you might get ejected out of it at some point, or you might just want to leave and do something else. So again, it's every 4 years you sort of reevaluate what you want to do with your career path.
I'm just going to kind of randomly throw my stuff around. I think I'm going to go Soch as my lowest.
I really do want to play an insurance agent now. Just showing up. Just an insurance adjuster in space who just shows up and two ships just bumped into each other. Just kind of pulls up.
I'll try to stat into a scout here.
Yeah, Kargan makes a good point in chat, by the way. When it comes to like the mechanics of the game, when you take physical damage, like the first stat you like, damage in this game comes off your stats. So there's no hit point pool or anything like that. It comes from stats, and so it starts from endurance. Melissa's using charisma as her dumb stat already. Australis, I played Twilight 2K like an alpha a while back that Matt ran us through, like when it was in Kickstarter, but now the rest of them haven't.
Yeah,
played
we have
it.
not.
We have done like Forbidden Lands and Vaesen and stuff like that here and there, which also has like similar life path tables, but Traveler takes it to like a whole different level, I think. Okay.
So, yeah,
So-
I went high endurance, high strength.
Okay, so let me know when you're done assigning your stats.
I'm good.
And-
Yeah, I know what I'm going towards.
Okay.
My stats, I think, are good.
Okay, Derek's good. Ashley's good. Melissa's good. Long, how you doing with assigning your stats?
Yeah, I'm getting through it right now.
Okay, beautiful. So you got your stats figured out. The next thing we do is we get to pick background skills. So before we choose careers, you all get to just get a couple skills as like basically stuff that you learn between the ages of 0 and 18, essentially. So like this is what you've done. And you get a number of background skills equal to 3 plus whatever your education modifier is. So whenever you see that DM, by the way, that's dice modifier, so it's just a modifier. Okay, and your character sheet should automatically calculate what your education modifier might be. Now, when you take skills in this game, there's a couple different ways in which skills are sort of said, like you gain this skill, you gain that skill. If at any point there's a number next to the skill, you get that number. Okay, and that's it. If you've already got that number in that skill, then it doesn't really benefit you. If it's just the name without a number next to it, or if it just says gain a level in this skill, then you literally just count up. All skills right now, like you guys are at -3 for everything because you're untrained in everything. And so these are the first skills that you're going to get some experience in, and that's going to allow you to move them to 0. What you'll do in Foundry is you'll go into the items directory, and you'll see there's a big folder for skills. When you choose the ones from this list that you want, just drag them onto your character sheet. Some of the skills have a bunch of specialties. So, for instance, animals. Animals is one of the skills that you could potentially pick as a background skill. But if you go over to that skills folder, you see that there's a bunch of different like specialties. There's animals handling, animals training, animals veterinary. When you get a skill at 0, so if you were to take animal 0, you get all 3 of those onto your character sheet, all at level 0. Does that make sense? And if you decide to go science, there are a billion science skills.
Yes. Unfortunately, too old. There is no swimming skill. But Derek should definitely take a swimming skill if there is a swimming
Seafarer, yeah. Oh,
It's the
God.
closest. Seafarer
That hurts
personal.
so bad.
Okay, I took drive, electronics, and seafarer.
Okay. There's going to be a lot of opportunities to gain skills over the course of character creation, and there's going to be some extra stuff at the end, and we can help round some stuff out. So I would say don't overthink it too much. Just sort of think about that with your character in terms of maybe they learn this or what do they kind of mess around with here and there.
So I can get an 11 here because my education's 8.
There was a swimming skill. Would you say long?
I said I can get 11 skills here because my education's 8.
No, your modifier. What's your
modifier?
Yeah. So
Do you get
Yeah, 8.
Yes,
We
sir.
don't get a mod.
yeah.
Got
So
it.
it's hard to see. You see like the middle part. So if you put
Yeah.
the score in the map, okay. So you get just a flat 3. Don't worry, you'll have plenty by the end of character creation.
All right, so I'm definitely getting
Thanks, sir.
athletics. Let's see what else is gonna
Yeah.
survival.
It's best to just best to just sit back and just ride the wave wherever the dice take you, because it's gonna be fun.
Very true. All right, I gotta pick one more.
I was so excited when I lost an eye last night when we were doing our practice run, Ashley and Melissa and I lost an eye. I'm like, oh, I lost an eye, and I'm in Wayland Utani now. All right, so everyone, let me know when you got your background skills.
I'm good.
Yeah, Vaxsuit is basically swimming in space. Yeah. Okay. And if you don't know what something means, just let me know. Most of them, I think you can probably infer what they mean. Or intuit, I should say. Does anybody have really high social standing, by the way?
What's defined as really high?
11 or higher.
I did yesterday. I had a 12.
Yeah, that's how you got your commission so easily.
Today I have a 4.
What did you
So-
go with for all your 4s?
So my strength I have 7. My dex
God.
is 4. My endurance is 11. Intelligence 4 or whatever. Education's 8. Socia's 4.
Oh gosh.
Yes, we are
Alright,
both the Soch 4.
I'm here to hit hard.
Okay.
Get in there. You know.
Okay. Traveler combat is as deadly as Delta Green combat.
Hey.
But you guys will be probably more equipped for it, I think, than you were with Delta Green. Okay, so does anybody not pick their background skills yet? Should we just go through them? Curiosity. Ashley, what did you pick for your background skills?
I got drive. So there's a couple of those. There's hover, mole, track, walker, wheel. I got electronics. There's comm, computers, remote ops, sensors, ocean ships, personal. Or I'm getting into seafarer. Ocean ships, personal, sail, submarine.
You did take Seafarer?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So you got drive, Seafarer, and electronics. This is one
Yeah.
wonderful little thing.
I'm
Now-
a little
yeah.
beatnik engineer is what I'm wanting.
So all of them are at 0, which means you've been
Yeah.
trained in them, but you don't have any particular specialty in them. Now, once you get all of those categories, like all of those electronics, like 0, now when you start getting electronics later on, you actually have to put
Mhm.
above 1. It has to go into one specific specialty as opposed to
Yes.
like getting all of them again. Derek, do you have your background skills ready?
Yeah, I'm stuck on my last one. So far, I have astrogation, administration, and broker. And I'm stuck between, or maybe
You don't think broker and astrogation aren't available background skills?
Oh, did I read the wrong thing?
Yeah, let me
Right.
share it with you again. That's all right. So did you see that when I just tried to share the image with you again? It should pop up.
So far, I'm just got the character creation, and oh, there it is. Never mind.
Yeah, so those are the ones you
Oh,
can pick from. for
okay.
this. Don't worry, you still might have plenty of opportunity to get more. We'll come back then, so you can take another look at them. Long, do you have yours ready?
Oh, I didn't know there was limited to, but I did science, so that's good. That's like every single
Science
one.
is fine. Yeah. What else did you pick?
I'm going. Wait, Ashley, did you go flyer?
No, I did seafarer.
Oh, seafarer. I'm
Yeah.
going flyer here.
Okay, flyer's fine. Flyer's on background skills. Do you have a third?
Third, I think I'm going medic.
Medic is fine. Yeah, all 3 of those are
Nice.
on the background skills. You're good to go. Nice. Okay. Melissa, do you have your skills?
Yep. So I went with athletics, which gives me archery, dexterity, endurance, and strength.
Yep.
And then I picked carouse and survival.
Nice.
Which is probably a poor fit with my 4 soch, but seemed fun to do. So I did it.
The character I played when we were doing Feudal Stars on Garbly Games, I didn't actually create it. Lewis did, but I took over because Lewis couldn't play. So that was really fun. I basically played Keanu Reeves in space. So I had really, really, really high carouse. Like that was like I had really high. I was like what was I wasn't a Baron. What was my next thing? Oh, I was a Marquis. That's right. What am I talking about? Marquis.
Yeah.
I was the Marquis. It's like, whoa, I come in peace. Anybody like a Bloody Mary? Like, and that was my whole guy. It was fun. I'm stalling for Derek since
I'm good. So I've got 3 of them, and I just have to pick one more. So I'm sticking with admin. Then I was doing electronics, comms, and then I was doing profession in, I think it was hydroponics.
Okay. Yeah. With a lot electronics, you get every electronics
all
one
of
at
them.
0.
Yeah. At this point,
yeah.
you do.
It's when you try to go to level 1 or something like that. That's when you have to
I see. That's when you specialize. Okay. Yeah. So then hydroponics. And then I think the last thing I was going to do is science.
Okay. Perfect. So electronics, admin, because you have a education
+1.
+1, so that means you get 4 total. Perfect. Okay.
Did you finish?
Yeah, I already did.
Yeah, you already did his. So I think we're good to go. I think everyone's got their background skills, and now the fun begins. Okay. So now we get to pick your first term. So you guys are 18 years old. It's time for the first 4 years of this process. You can either do what's called a pre-career education, or you can just jump right to a career. Now, pre-career education by default, it's just military and college, or military and university, but I've added a bunch more that are in the Traveler Companion. So this is pre-career. So this is before you get into a career. This is like the first things you do when you get out of high school or whatever it might be. So there's university, there's military, there's colonial upbringing, there's the School of Hard Knocks, there's Merchant Academy, and there's Spacer Community. Ignore Psionic Community. That's all in there. So you can kind of take a look at those, but what basically happens with a pre-career is it's similar to a career, but there's some slight differences. You still have to roll to get into it. And when you look at the handout, like the specific, like the handout for that pre-career university, it'll tell you like what the entry requirement is. So for instance, I'm looking at university and it has entry EDU 6+. This means you have to roll an education check and you have to hit a 6 or higher. Now, there's also potential penalties and bonuses depending on a few things. So there's that to consider. So if you have, for instance, like a social standing of 9 or higher, you would get a +1 to your roll. But if you were trying to get into university in your second or third terms, as opposed to right now, you might have a dice modifier that's negative. So it's a penalty. And if you get in, so if you make your entry roll, you will automatically gain some skills. You will automatically increase your education. And then we also get to have an event, and we'll cover the events in a minute. Now, all of the pre-career opportunities are basically like that, but they all have sort of different entry requirements. So the School of Hard Knocks, people who grew up on the fringes of society and are denied the usual opportunities to enter a career or enlist in a service. Not all of these people are criminals, but many come into contact with crime one way or another. Those that get out of the world fall into 2 categories. Some leave it as far behind as possible, and others take it with them wherever they go. Now, this one's a little different. If you have a low social standing of a 6 or under, you automatically get entry.
I'm thinking about it.
So that's what School of Hard Knocks is for. And again, you gain a couple skills automatically, and then you have an event. You have like some sort of event, and then we worry about whether you graduate and stuff. And we'll cover events and graduation in a minute. Now, if you decide that you instead want to skip your pre-career stuff and go directly into a career, that's fine too. You're going to have to go into the actual book for those pages. So, for instance, if any of you wanted to be like an agent, so page 22, it'll do the same. It'll do something very similar, except it'll say qualification. And so again, you have to roll to get into this career. So like for an agent, for instance, the qualification is int 6+, which means you have to roll an int test, an intellect test. You have to hit a 6 or a higher to get in. If you fail to qualify for whatever it is you guys try to get into, whether it's career or whether it's pre-career, you'll either be drafted by the military or you have to go into the drifter career. So it's one of those two. So take a look, scan around, figure out what you want to do. Don't forget there's the career summary table, which is a really nice kind of index of all the proper careers. If you want to look at all of the options for pre-careers, that's in my character creation document that I've been kind of walking us through, where my notes are. You can kind of click on all that kind of stuff. Australis, no, I ended up not giving access to those. I did the pre-career ones from the companion, but I didn't add the extra careers from the companion. If I recall, one of them was like sort of like a religious leader or something like that. Let me pull up my traveler companion actually, in case we need it.
Actually, I know you also have those. So were you thinking about
Truth or
School of Hard Knocks?
That's what it is.
No, I think actually I'm gonna do kind of what I did last night, and I'm gonna be a military kid.
Okay.
Like they recruited really hard at my high school, and I was like, you know what, sign me up.
I thought about doing the same spacer community that I did last night when we were testing, but I think I'm gonna go
do
Hard
it.
Knocks,
I think that'll be great.
That's what the dice led me to. So
once you decide, let me know, and we'll do the rolls like one at a time to get in, and we'll kind of see how it goes, and we'll play this out. The first kind of career stuff gets a little tricky, but like it gets a little easier the further along you get. So it kind of works out. Yeah, it's Truther and Believer. Those are the other ones. I decided not. They don't really sort of make sense with what we're going to end up potentially doing, so I just didn't bother. Part of it's just being lazy. But a lot of the pre-career options are pretty cool. Like I really like the School of Hard Knocks. That's really cool. Melissa was messing around with Spacer Community last night. Some cool options.
I'm going to do School of Hard Knocks.
Awesome. Okay. Ashley, did you pick?
Yeah, I'm still going to be a military kid.
Going to military? Okay. Long,
yeah.
You got your choice?
Yeah, I'm thinking of military as well.
Okay. Derek, do you know what your first term's going to be? What's it going to be?
Yeah, I want to do Merchant Academy.
Okay.
Ooh.
Merchant Academy. So we got Merchant Academy, School of Hard Knocks, and 2 people going into military. Let's start with military then, since we got 2 people in there. So Ashley and Long.
Okay.
The requirement for entry into the military academy here, you have to sort of choose which academy you want to go into, Army, Marines, or Navy. The entry for Army is Endurance 7+. For Marines, it's Endurance 8+, and for Navy, it's Intellect 8+. Which ones are you deciding to go into?
I'm gonna be an Army kid.
Going Marines.
All right, so both of you roll endurance tests. Ashley, you need a 7. Long, you need an 8.
All right.
Go ahead.
Very exciting.
It's just a straight roll, right? There's nothing to it.
Yeah, just click on endurance.
Yeah, the DMs don't matter here for you.
I think I missed it by 1.
You missed it by 1. Ashley, if you guys had your reversed,
if we were flip-flopped.
Ashley, you have made it into the Army Military Academy. Long, they looked at you and they're like, "Get the hell out of here!" So Long, we'll cover yours in a second. You have a choice to either be drafted, or you can go into the drifter career. So you might want to take a look at the drifter career really quick, and then we'll kind of come back and see what you want to decide. And if you decide to do drafted, we can do that too. Okay, Derek, you said you're going to do the Merchant Academy.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's your social at?
It's at 10.
Okay, so you're going to get a +1 to this roll, and you need to hit it. So you're testing intellect. Excuse me. You need to roll a 9 or higher, but because your social standing is 10, you get a +1 to this roll. So
okay, so just click it as normal, correct?
Yeah, and then you can add for other modifiers on the pop-up. You can add.
Oh, okay,
+1.
yeah.
All right, you need a 9. Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay, so you also are unable.
Oh,
to
I missed it by one. That
missed
sucks.
it by one. Sucks. We,
Oh,
we unfortunately do not have any. I don't think we're gonna do rerolls. I think we're gonna do Bane and Boons is what we're gonna do with bits. Okay, so same thing for you. You get to decide. Do you want to go into the drifter career? So you can look at that, or you could potentially join. You can join the draft, right? So like that's the other thing. So you might want to take a look at those. Take a look at the drifter career. See if that's something you're interested in. If not, we'll do the
page
draft.
is that on?
Drifter is on page 28. And it's and that one's an automatic entry, so there's no test for that. All right, Melissa. You wanted to do School of Hard Knocks, which I think you're an
Just
auto
automatic.
in.
Yep, because it's social 6 or under, and I've got a social 4, so I'm in.
Okay. So then we'll go ahead and we'll talk about your skills. So School of Hard Knocks provides you Streetwise 1, so you can go ahead and take your Streetwise skill at level 1. If you already have it at 1, which there's no reason you would, but you wouldn't be able to take it. And then you get any 2 of Athletics, Deception, Drive, Gambler, Melee, Persuade, Stealth, all at 0. So any 2 of those you can take at 0.
Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna go stealth for sure. And might go melee. I'm gonna do melee and stealth.
Okay, so take all the melees at 0. Take stealth at 0. Take Streetwise at 1. We'll come back in a minute and do your event. Ashley, you made it into the military, so you're.
Yep.
So let's bring yours back up.
So I get all of the service skills.
Right. For military.
Yep. So I'm getting vac suit, athletics, gun combat, recon, melee, and heavy weapons.
All at 0. Yeah, so go ahead and pull
Yeah.
those over. Perfect. Merchant Academy is in the Traveler Companion, Australis. Okay, so Long, did you decide what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm in the draft here.
Okay, so if you're gonna go, if you make it, if you have to get drafted, let's see, there is a draft table. Hang on. So yeah, there's a military draft table. One second, I forgot to make this. So if you look at the, it should be on the character creation thing a little bit of the way down where it says roll for qualifying, and then it says if you fail, you instead have to join the drifter career or be drafted into the military. So click on the military draft table and roll on that, and that'll tell you which division. Okay, so Derek, you got drafted into the Scouts, and Long got drafted into the Agents.
I'm an agent.
Okay, law enforcement specifically, though. So you're a cop. And, okay. So, let's see. Let me pull up. Okay, draft. All right, so Long, you can see so you want to go to the agent page, which is on 22, and Derek, you want to go to the scout page, which is on page 44.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you guys are drafted, so you don't have to worry about that qualification since you were drafted in. And you'll notice that in the upper left, sorry, turn my page. Sorry. So let me go over so that we're doing actual careers here for you guys. So for you guys, since you're going into careers and not pre-careers, it's a little different than what Melissa and Ashley are doing. So when you join an actual career, you, and since this is like your first career, we're going to do what's called basic training. So if you look at your pages, you'll notice that there's the section on the page that says skills and training. And you'll see like there's a bunch of these different tables, like 1d6 tables. Personal development, service skills, might be advanced education, law enforcement, etc. Or excuse me, it wouldn't be law enforcement for you, Derek. Do you see what I'm saying? See what it says, Derek? Personal development, service skills, advanced education, courier,
Yeah.
surveyor, explorer. Okay. So for you, Derek, you actually get to choose your assignment, or you can randomly pick it since you were drafted. But I don't care; you can pick it if you want. Assignment is like the specific thing you're doing as a scout. So you can choose between courier. So do you have an idea of what you want to do?
Yeah, I think I'll do surveyor.
Okay. So now for you guys, we start with for basic training. So in your first career, and this would be your first career, you gain all of the skills listed under that service skills table. So there's going to be 6 of them. You get all of those at level 0. So for Derek, then you're getting pilot at 0, survival at 0, mechanic at 0, astrogation at 0, vac suit at 0, gun combat at 0. For Long, you're getting streetwise at 0, drive, investigate, flyer, recon, and gun combat.
Got it.
Okay. Space Cop. That was a game, right? Isn't that an old DOS game, Space Cop? Am I making... No, Space Quest. I'm thinking Space Quest and Cop Quest. Or Police Quest. Space Quest and Police Quest. I just merged Space Quest and Police Quest together. I'm old. Leave me alone.
I just think it's interesting that he's like, I'm going to go do something else. You fail. Go be a cop.
Yeah. You got drafted into it. Okay. So, you guys got your basic training done. Ashley and Melissa both got their starting skills. So now, let's see. For Ashley and Melissa, we get to roll a table for you, or an event for you two. So what happens during your pre-career event? Like what happens during your time? So who wants to roll first?
Go ahead, Ashley.
2d6s. And you can on the actual desktop table for our Foundry, you can see one of the icons there is a link to this table if you want to read along with it. But you rolled an 8. So
yes.
While you are in the military, you join a political movement. Okay? You have to roll social standing 8+. If successful, you become a leading figure. You gain 1 ally within the movement, but gain 1 enemy in wider society. So roll society, and you need to hit it 8. Not your best skill?
That's one of those 4s.
3.
Okay.
Oh,
right.
2.
Okay, both of those are bad, as you needed an 8. So it's not successful. But you did join a political movement. So in your notes for your term, right, joined a political movement. But you didn't become a leader, but you are part of a political movement while you were in the military academy. And we can kind of flesh out what that might be later as we start to draw connections and backstory and stuff like that.
Okay. Go figure. That's me what I'd get, really.
Okay. Melissa. Would you roll?
I rolled a 9.
Well, you develop a healthy interest in a hobby or other area of study. You gain any skill of your choice, with the exception of Jack of all trades, at level 0. So
That's
what is it?
I got last night when we were doing this too.
What is it? What is it you're taking as a hobby?
Let's see. I gotta pull up the skills again. What hobby? Let's see. What
you should
makes
get
sense.
art, you know?
I have athletics and melee and carouse and stealth and streetwise and survival.
Art could mean you could steal stuff, you know? You're like, I know that's high quality.
And it was level 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I get art, I can actually get all of the art. Because it's level 0.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
I'm taking all of the art.
Okay. Again, put in your notes for term 1 that you developed a healthy interest in art. Okay. As this might come back at some point later on when we start drawing connections. Okay. Now for Long and for Derek, you guys, we've done your basic training because this was your first career. Now, so you got all of those skills. Now you get to do like regular training, and this is something we're gonna do like every time you do a new career. So you guys get to pick from the skills and training tables one of those tables. You can choose between personal development, service skills, or your assignment table, Or if you see like an advanced education and you qualify for it, like because usually they'll have like a minimum number. Like, so I'm looking at yours, for instance, Derek, for scouts, there's an advanced education table that's got a minimum of education 8. So you have to have an education of 8 to roll on that table.
Right.
So you can choose one of those tables, and then you can roll a d6 and gain that reward. Long, sort of the same thing for you. You are a law enforcement, so you can choose between personal development, service skills, or law enforcement. And if you qualify for advanced education, you could choose from that, but you can't roll from the other assignments. Does that make sense?
So just 1d6 from that table, pretty much.
Just 1d6, yeah. Whichever one of those tables you want. So go ahead and do this and let us know what you got.
All right. I'll roll my law enforcement table.
Okay. What'd you get?
Let's see. I got 1 skill in investigate, so it's level 1 now.
Yes. So yeah. So when you gain a skill this way, you literally just gain a skill level. So whatever it was at before, you go up 1. So if it's a brand new skill, you go from -3 to 0. And if it was at 0, you now go to 1. Derek, what'd you pick?
I picked the surveyor table and I rolled a 4. So I guess that's navigation.
Yep. So you get navigation. You increase that by 1. Did you already have navigation?
No.
Okay. So you gain it at 0. So it's navigation at 0. You drag it over from the skills folder. Okay. So now for them, for Long and Derek, we have to figure out whether they survive.
Oh, geez.
So you have to roll on the survival table now. So on your career page, there's a career progress section, and it lists the 3 different assignments. So like Scout, it has Courier, Surveyor, and Explorer. And then there's 2 columns. There's 1 column for survival, and there's 1 column for advancement. Same with you, Long. There's law enforcement. That's the only one you have to worry about. Then there's the column survival and advancement. The survival is telling you what you now need to roll to survive the 4 years in this career. So that's the test you have to roll. So Long, you have to roll an endurance test, and you need to hit a 6.
Should be no problem.
Oh yeah, easy.
Okay, barely got it.
Crushed it. Okay.
It's a little close.
Derek, you went with surveyors. That means you also have to roll endurance with a 6+. So that means you need to roll endurance test. You need to hit a 6 to survive. And by survive, I don't mean you're gonna die. It just means it's just, that's a crit. I can't remember if there's something that you get for. There's something that you get for advancement, I think, if you roll double 6s, but not for survival. But you do survive just fine, which this means now both you get to, instead of rolling on the mishap table, you get to roll an event, and you get another skill. So we'll start with the event because that's fun. So every one of these careers has their own events table, and you can see that on the next page. So for Derek, you're on page 45. You can see the Scout event table, and for Long, it's on page 23. So Long, go ahead and roll 2d6s.
Okay. Got an 8.
Okay, so read what it says for 8.
On the event, right?
Yeah, on the events
Okay,
table.
so I go undercover to investigate an enemy. Roll deception 8+. So I have to roll deception first.
Yeah, go ahead and roll
Is
deception.
that a skill?
It is a skill. So if you don't have it, you roll
Yeah, I don't have
untrained.
it.
At the very top of your skill list, there should be untrained. So just click on that.
I got 5. So
Oh, that would have been good.
if I succeeded, I roll immediately on some events table. But
If
I
you
did
fail, roll immediately on the rogue or citizen mishap table. Do you want to do? Those are other careers. So
okay.
Do you want to do the rogue mishap or the citizen mishap? It's your choice.
Let's do a citizen mishap.
Okay,
I
so
have no idea
citizen,
what it is.
page 27.
Okay. I see it.
Okay, so roll a d6. Okay.
Got a 6. Let's see. Injured. I have to roll on the injury table now. Oh my god.
This is page 49.
49.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
So-
Ashley and I are hanging out in school. Like, we don't have to roll
You
survival.
can see whether you graduate. Yeah. So
Like-
roll a d6 log.
Rolling. Got a 1.
Oh God.
I don't have the page open at the moment. Let's see.
I got it. You're nearly killed.
Oh,
You
geez.
have to reduce
God.
one physical characteristic by 1d6 and reduce 2 other physical characteristics by 2.
Oh my gosh. It's
That's
dangerous
brutal.
being a cop.
So I know he was undercover. He got called. He got discovered while doing undercover. Okay, so just don't worry. Like this, there's ways around getting those stats back. I'll go over that in a minute. But let's just figure out how many stats you have. So roll a d6 to determine how. Okay.
3.
Okay. So so there's 3 physical characteristics: strength, dex, and endurance. One of those you have to reduce by 3, and the others you have to reduce by 2.
Okay, I'll drop dex by 3 and strength and endurance by 2.
Okay, so now there is this thing called medical care. So if you have been injured, then medical care may be able to undo the effects of the damage. Some worlds have the technology to clone or rebuild damaged organs, etc., etc., etc. Now, the restoration of a lost characteristic, so you lost a total of 7 characteristics from this injury, is 5,000 credits per characteristics. That means a total for you of 35,000. But if you are injured in the service of an organization, then a portion of your medical care may be paid for. So, do you want to? You're gonna be making money all throughout, and you can go into debt and stuff like that. Do you want to get all of those stats that you just lost? Do you want to get that repaired by like cybernetics and surgery and stuff like that? Do you want to go into debt for 35K?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so write that down. Keep track of that.
Okay.
Then, because you were doing specifically agents, so you were in the agent career, go ahead and roll 2d6s, and we'll see how much they're willing to pay for you. How, like, your organization, your let's see how good the police department health insurance is.
I already got 6.
They'll pay for half.
Oh, not bad.
Okay, so now cut your debt in half. So from 35,000 down to 17,500. Okay, and so now keep track of that in your term. That was a very eventful first term. Police Academy was not as zany and fun as Steve Gutenberg made it out to be.
No.
It was much
Straight
more,
up academy into undercover work. So
they just threw you right in. They probably wanted you to infiltrate this political movement that was going on at one of these local military academies, one of these uprising. This is what you do with
Ooh.
connections, and now you
Mhm.
tie it. You don't have to do that, but that was just an example. Okay, and so then what you can do, Long. This is all, by the way. He survived. That was actually a survival. He had a roll of mishaps. So Long. The next thing you get to do. The last thing you get to do, and then we'll do advancement in a minute, is you get to get another skill because you did in fact survive initially. So you can go back to those initial like 4 tables or so, and you can do another roll on one of them. So like service skills or personal development or law enforcement, etc.
okay.
Got it?
Yeah, I'll do another law enforcement.
Okay, go for
And
it.
was my injuries healed?
Yes,
completely from
so
that?
you can
Okay.
go restore the stats now, but you're in debt at 17,500 credits. Okay. So you rolled a 2 on law enforcement, so that's recon.
Yeah, so that's a recon. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
It's level 1 now.
All right, perfect. All right, so let's go over to Derek then. Derek, you want to roll your scout life event, or are you
Yeah.
too scared now after all of them?
I'm
His
good.
survival.
I got
Oh.
a 7. So life event. Roll on the life events table.
Next page 46. This is a
So do I roll
2d6.
another?
It's 2d6s, yeah, on the life events table. This is how you could potentially get psionics.
5. So improved relationship. A romantic relationship involving you deepens, possibly leading to marriage or some other emotional commitment. Gain an ally.
Okay, write that down.
Okay.
What we're going to do with allies, contacts, and rivals is, since the campaign that we might eventually get to is actually going to be on a big old ship. It's like a big old capital ship, like we're like Battlestar Galactica or we're like Stargate Universe. we're going to try to get as many of those rivals and contacts and allies on the ship as possible. Like, so keep track of your allies and contacts, and we'll we'll flesh that out later. Okay. And then yours was relatively benign. Then you also get to roll again on one of those skills and training tables. Am I doing that right? Yeah, I think I'm doing that right. Because we did basic training, then we do regular training.
So I did surveyor again, and I got the persuade skill, which I did not have previously.
Okay. So we did basic training and we did regular training, right?
I think they did.
I think that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So then
They did survival.
Right. We haven't done advancement for them yet.
No.
So I think we're okay.
Or event.
We did
They
do
just
event.
did their
We just did
events.
events.
Oh, I thought Long only did his survival.
No.
Oh no. He passed his survival, rolled his event, and his event led to a mishap on a different table.
Got it.
It was a whirlwind of emotions.
I know. That's why I got lost in all the details.
Okay, so now we figure out whether Ashley and Melissa graduate and whether Derek and Long advance in their careers. So Ashley, we'll start with you because I have military career up. Roll for graduation.
So graduation is in +7. Oh shit.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
I think you just die with
well, no, wait.
Nope. I think you're dead. I think you were killed by an undercover law enforcement agent.
If a traveler attends a military academy but fails to graduate, they may still automatically enter the military career.
Okay.
So long as I did not roll a 2 or less on the graduation roll.
Oh no, you can't automatically
did.
enter the military. Oh no. All Ashley wanted to be was a military brat, but no.
If I still choose to enter this career, I cannot make a commission roll on the first term.
Okay. So you don't automatically enter. You still can enter, but you have to roll to enter.
I have to pass, yeah.
Okay, so you don't since you don't graduate, you don't get any of those benefits. That sucks. Okay, so
I'm a military dropout.
You are a military dropout. It was just that political movement. You got too idealistic.
I got too wrapped up, Yeah. Stick it to the man.
Ashley,
this is
your
bullshit.
A communist? Are you a communist?
I don't know yet.
All right, Melissa, your turn. Let's get back to you.
Okay.
What's
So
your graduation for Hard Knocks?
It's int, but I get a +1 if my endurance is 9 or more, and my endurance is 11. So.
Okay, go for it.
What did I need to roll? I need to roll a 7, and I rolled an 8.
Okay, so you graduated. What are your benefits?
Okay, so I'm just gonna read them. So oh goodness. So I gained 3 other skills of the ones listed above at a level 0.
Okay.
I gained gun combat at 0. I decreased my soch by 1.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I get a DM -2 on checks to gain promotion or commission in my first career. But if I leave that career by choice, checks in subsequent careers are as normal.
Okay. So just the first career, for your first career. So this next career you're going to go into, you're going to have that dice modifier.
Yep.
Negative. Okay, perfect. Okay, and so you can sort out your skills.
Mm-hmm.
We'll shift over to Derek and Long then. Derek, let's see if you can advance now. So you're a surveyor and you're trying to advance. Now, this doesn't kick you out of it. This is just to see if you can kind of just get a promotion. It's basically what's happening. It's an intellect roll for you. You need an 8+. So you need an 8 or higher. Bring back the marquee. Yeah, that's right.
And I do need to add my modifier to it, right? Or no? Oh, no. Just kidding.
It should. If you have one, it should add it. Okay.
Oh, man.
You did advance. It's okay. It's okay. You're still in the scouts if you want to stay in the scouts, but you just didn't advance. That's all. Okay. Long, same thing for you. You're in law enforcement, so your advancement roll is an intellect. I'm gonna do that all the time, by the way. Roll an intellect test, and you need to hit 6 or higher. Bring back the marquee.
A 10.
All right, Long. perhaps they feel guilty because you got shot up by a bunch of military brat commies, but you advance. So what this means is, let me see if I can find where yours is. So you're an agent. So if you look on the agent page along page 22, at the very bottom, there's ranks and bonuses. Okay. You are in law enforcement. You started your career at rank 0, a rookie. You are now rank 1, a corporal. This means that you immediately get Streetwise 1, which is a skill bonus. Like that. See that bonus right next to where it says corporal?
Yeah.
So you get Streetwise at 1. So if you already had Streetwise at 1, there's no benefit to this. But otherwise, you get Streetwise literally at 1. This also means that whenever you leave this career, you're going to have a bonus benefits roll. We'll cover that later. Don't worry about that now. But right. just kind of remember that you went up in rank, and we'll get to that. And lastly, this means you get another one of those like kind of regular training advancements. So you can go back to those 4 or 5 different tables, and you can pick one of those to roll on. Listen, rookies. Don't go undercover in your first term. The People's Liberation Front of Alpha Centauri. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Okay. So, Long, get your last skill, and I think we're finally done with term 1. Term 1 tends to be the most complicated one because there's some people doing pre-career, some doing post-career. It gets easier.
We're learning.
Yeah. Whew. That was a roller coaster with Long.
That was a fun term.
Yeah. That was 4 years of your life. So what did you get for your last for your advancement skill, Long?
Oh, do I have to roll?
Yeah, so you pick one of those. It's like you did for training. Like you get to do another one of those rolls.
I see.
So personal development, street skill, service skills, law enforcement. You get to roll one more time.
Let's do a little personal development.
Okay. Yeah, I think you could use some.
I got my dex +1.
Yeah, so increase your dex by 1.
Nice.
Perfect. Okay. So now we are all at the end of the first term. And so now you guys have some decisions to make. So so for Ashley and Melissa, they finished their pre-careers. They have to pick a career. For Derek and Long, you just finished a career. You guys can choose, since you survived, you can choose to stay in this career if you want. And if you do, you don't have to do a qualification roll. You just stay in it. The only thing that might require a roll is if you wanted to change like your specific assignment. So instead of being law enforcement Long, if say you wanted to go into intelligence, there would potentially be a roll and stuff required there. But if you just wanted to stay in law enforcement Long and you wanted to stay as an agent, you're good to go. If, however, one of you guys wanted to leave this career and try to do something else, then that's when we start doing benefits rolls and stuff. So I'll let the two of you think. Ashley and Melissa, I assume you're ready to go. You guys know what you want to do next?
I am trying to figure out what exactly the set of skills would be good for.
Who knows? Ashley, do you know what you want to do?
No.
Have you become too disenchanted by your commie ways to I'm just kidding. We're having fun. Do you know what you want to do?
I mean, I am pretty disenchanted with the military.
Nice.
I think that but my skills are so good for it.
You could still do it, but you could still do it. You just have to roll to get in.
I might not be able to make it though. That's the problem.
But that'll be fun.
It's just an endurance.
Okay,
if you want to go into the army, right?
Yeah, I'll try the army.
It's a qualification of endurance 5+. Super easy. How could you oh my god, Ashley is going to join the UPP. That's perfect. Okay, Ashley, you have, despite your checkered history, despite flunking out of the military academy, despite this weird story on your personal sheet
on
that
my
talks
record.
about on your personal record, that's what it was, about some kind of incident with some kind of political uprising, some anti-military establishment stuff. You make it, and you are taken into the army. Okay,
yeah,
no problem. All right, we'll come back to you in a second. and you'll think about what assignment you want, all that kind of stuff. Melissa, do you know what you want?
I'm
Shooting
gonna
a
try
rookie
it.
cop.
I'm gonna try entertainer.
Entertainer? Okay, that's new.
Why not?
All right, so you have a choice. It's either a dex or an intellect, and both of them it's a 5. So you can roll either dex or an int.
It's a +0 either way. So I'll do int.
Okay. 5 plus. There you go. You got it.
Good.
Okay. So you are now in an entertainer. You have to choose an assignment. So artist, journalist, or performer. Think about that. We'll kick it over to the guys, and then we'll kind of come back. Long, have you decided? Do you want to stay in law enforcement, or do you want to?
Yeah,
do
it was an
something else?
unlucky first turn, but I think that's something good going here. So I'll do one more.
Oh
turn.
man. Okay. We got a Sipowitz. All right. Okay. So since you're staying in law enforcement, you're staying an agent, you have there's no qualification role for you. You're good to go. You're fine. Okay. So there's nothing yet. So we'll get into the skills and training in a second. Derek, are you sticking with surveying as a scout, or are you doing something different?
No, can I try going into the merchant career again?
Yes. So first what we'll do is we'll do your benefits role.
Okay.
Okay. So you're leaving the scouts. So whenever you leave a career, and that's what you're doing, but you get one benefit role per term that you completed within that career. So if, for instance, you failed your survivor role, you wouldn't get a benefits role, but you passed. So you get a benefits role. So if you look on the scout page, so again, page 44, there's the mustering out benefits tables. There's 2 different tables. One of them is cash and one of them is benefits. You get to choose which one of those you roll on. The thing is though, is that over the course of your entire career, your whole life, you can only ever roll on 3 cash 3 times across all of your careers. So just keep track of that. Scout pays pretty well, so it's not a bad one to roll on. But then you can so it's one or the other. It's either you roll for cash or you roll for those benefits.
What exactly is a ship share? Is this like stock?
It's basically you own part of a ship. Yeah. What we'll probably end up doing if we play the campaign, the Deepnight campaign, is we'll probably find a way to translate that into credits because you guys are going to be on a capital ship. So we'll just note that if you end up rolling a 1, we'll note that and we'll worry about it later.
Okay. And I'm rolling a D6. How could I roll a 7?
There are some events and things like that could give you a plus dice modifier on this. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Melissa as a professional athlete. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll just go for the cash.
You're going for the
D6.
cash.
Straight cash, huh? Oh boy.
Oh,
50,000 credits.
nice. Big money.
Where as long as 17,500 in debt, you have 50,000 credits.
Now that goes under the
Okay.
pension tab, correct?
No, not under pension. That's
Cash on hand?
That's something different.
Yeah.
Cash on hand's fine. Yeah, for now. Put it there.
Cool.
Okay. So everyone. So you're going into the. You said you're going to go into the merchant's career. That's what you want to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So page 34.
Right.
You need to roll an int to get in, an intellect of 4+, and you get a DM -1 for previous careers. You've been in one previous career, so you have a -1 modifier to this roll. All right, you are good to go. You are now a member of a commercial enterprise. Okay, you get to choose an assignment now. So merchant, marine, free trader, or broker. Those are your options.
I think I'll do broker.
Nice. Okay, you work in a planet-side brokerage or starport. You're an accountant. Okay, I love this shit. This stuff's fun. Okay, so everyone's in. Everyone's made their qualification rolls. For Melissa and Ashley, this is your first career, right? Because you guys, the 2 of you did pre-career education. That means that go ahead and look at the service skill table. Take all of those skills at 0. Okay. For Long and Derek, this is not your first career. However, you still get, for Derek, however, you still get basic training, but for you get to pick from the service skill table.
So since I did military school, I got all the service skills at 0. So
You don't get anything then.
So it's not an advancement because there's not a number.
It
next
says,
to it?
I have in my notes, you get it at level 0.
okay.
So if it's get it at level 0, that means you get it at level 0. It doesn't increase by 1. I'll double check that for you though. So yeah, basic training for your first career only. Instead of rolling for a skill, you get all the skills listed on the service skills table at level 0 as your basic training. For subsequent career, so you've already got them all at level 0. So there's no increase. So there's no benefit to it.
Darn, I think I only get one. I think I get steward is the only new one that I get, I think.
Yeah. So for Derek, in that service skills table that you see for merchants, you don't get all of them like you did last time because this is a second career, but you do get to pick. You literally pick whichever one you want. You don't have to roll. So pick one of them and you get it at level 0, and that's your basic training as a merchant.
And sorry, I might have missed this. If I already have it at level 0, I wouldn't get it.
It doesn't increase.
Okay.
Yeah. So you want to pick something you don't have already.
Right. Okay, I'll pick broker.
Okay, perfect. Well, you are a broker, so that makes perfect sense. Okay. And long, you don't get any basic training because you've already been a law enforcement, so you don't get any basic training benefit here. Okay, everyone's done basic training, so now we do regular training. So this is where you look at those different tables that you have access to. So professional development, service skills, your specific assignment table. Melissa, did you go with athlete?
I went with performer is the
You
general.
went with performer? Okay.
Yeah.
Ashley, what did you go with for your assignment?
I went with support.
Okay, so Ashley, support. Long, you're in law enforcement, and Derek is a broker.
Did you fill out the 101 I-6 form?
Talk to you about your TPS reports. Oh goodness. Johnny was it Stantonviv? Johnny Stantonviv. Thank you for the raid. Thank you very much. We are Planes of Travel. We're doing character creation for our new Traveler game. We are in our second term. We've already had one person in the military join some anti-military political group. Another guy got shot while doing undercover law enforcement work. It's been eventful. Okay, so
somehow as a performer, I learned a new language.
It's been great. What'd you all play tonight? You did your basic merchant training on the internet selling NFTs. That's fantastic. Okay. Okay, so we're doing regular training now. So you're picking one of those tables that you qualify for in there. So your assignment, personal development, skills, or if you have like the advanced stuff, you could potentially have that as well. So go ahead and roll. You go ahead and roll on that chart and take that benefit there. Mini painting, very nice, very nice. I need to get back into painting minis. I have so many gray minis right now sitting there staring at me. Right there is my painting rack. It's got dust on it.
Navigation.
I'm ashamed.
I got advocate now.
Advocate. Okay.
Ooh.
Are you gonna go from? You're doing like you're doing both sides of Law and Order. You're gonna go from being the cop. Now you're gonna be the prosecutor or something. Oh, that's great. Okay. So everyone get your roll for your skill, and then just walk us through what you got, and then we'll go into like survival roles and events and stuff like that.
I got language.
That's fun.
That was my
language.
Personal development language.
Okay. Cool.
I rolled on advanced education and I got navigation.
Beautiful. Navigation's useful. Long. Would you say you took?
It was advocate from the law enforcement.
Oh, that's right. Advocate. I made the Law and Order joke. Derek, what'd you end up getting for your skill for regular training?
That was the one that I got to choose from, right?
No, that's basic. That's like you literally pluck it from the service skill table.
Right.
Regular training,
Okay, so
you
then-
just roll on one of those tables.
Yeah. I'm thinking I'm gonna do the broker table. Let's see what I get.
Yep. Okay.
And
so
I got broker. So now does that actually level it up?
that will go
Yep.
up now. Yes, that
Sweet.
goes up. Because there's not a number next to it, it'll go up by 1. Okay, so
Cool.
everyone's got that. So now let's get into some events. So we're all, or actually, no, we got to do survival roll first. Excuse me. Everyone's got to roll survival first. Ashley, I'm just going to go by overlay. We're going to go with you.
I
Oh,
survived.
10 looks great. Okay, you survive.
I'm
You're
in
good
it.
to go. All right. Let's see. Long, you're next. law enforcement.
Endurance roll, another 10. Here we go.
Oh man, two of you are crushing it. Melissa, as a performer.
I got exactly what I needed. It was
Oh
into
my
5 and I
gosh.
rolled a 5.
All right, so you needed into 5 and you did get a 5. Okay, and then Derek, you're a broker. You need to roll an education test and you need to hit a 5.
Yep. I did
You guys
it.
are crushing it. All of you survived. Fantastic, wonderful. So we get to do nothing but events. I have Derek's page up, so we'll start with you. Derek, roll 2d6s on the merchant events table on page 35. Walk us through what happens.
All right, I got a 6. I make an unexpected connection outside of my normal circle. I gain a contact.
Nice. So
This
again,
is
just
the events
track
table,
that.
correct?
Yeah, and so
Okay.
write that down in your term as that's what's happened, and then track that you got a contact. Again, what we're gonna do for our contacts. Now, in some cases, like GMs might give you this and everything, but with us, because we might be end up doing the full campaign, I want to make sure we get as many of our contacts and allies and rivals on that eventual deep space exploration ship as possible. The ones that make sense. Can you take a negative DM to survival and turn that into positive DMs for promotion? I don't know, Cargan. I didn't see that. I didn't see that in the rules. I'm not sure if that's a previous iteration or maybe I missed it, but I didn't see anything like that. Melissa, did you see something like that?
No,
Okay.
I did not. But Derek, I was thinking about how like last term you like picked up like a fiance or something, and now you have like an unexpected contact, and I'm like,
I'm
what's going on in the
I'm
social
a
life here?
networker. Even though I'm a networker, I've got my LinkedIn page updated.
He's just got a harem. Everybody's just like,
God.
I really want a piece of that guy.
He's the money guy. He's just the money guy for everybody.
That's
That's
why.
fantastic. Okay.
Uncle Vinny or cousin Vinny.
Yeah, I don't have High Guard actually. That's one of the ones I didn't have. I have like what do I have? I have like Central Supply, I have Companion, and I have a bunch of the Deepnight books, basically, is what I got. Okay, so next up, so that was Derek. So next up I have, let's do long. Roll another agent event table, 2d6s. Oh
Got
boy.
11. Let's see what this is. I'm befriended by a senior agent. I can increase my investigate by 1 or DM +4 to an advancement roll.
Okay.
+4.
So
What does that
at the end of this, so once we do this kind of stuff, we remember how we did advancement. This is that increase of rank. You went up to a corporal, so this is when you try to roll for advancement, you have a +4 now to that, and could potentially move up to sergeant pretty easily. So it's up to you. Do you either increase investigate by 1, or do you want that +4 to your advancement roll?
Oh, let's get that +4.
Okay, so you're going to take it. So just remember that. Keep that in the back of your mind when we get to advancement rolls. And also write down that you were befriended by that senior agent, because, again, what we're going to do at the end is we're going to look back at your terms once everyone figures out when they decide they want to stop. Because at a certain point you stop. We're all going to do it, I think, at least 3 terms. And then after that, you guys can decide if you want to keep going or if you want to stop. And then we'll kind of like figure out where you guys met along the way as we look back at some of the events that you had. Senior agent. Okay. Ashley, I think you're next. We're in the army, right? Go ahead and roll your 2d6s.
10. I'm assigned to a peacekeeping role. Gain 1 of admin 1, investigate 1, deception 1, or recon 1.
Either you live long enough to become the villain or you die a hero. You were a part of the rebels and now you're beating them down.
Yeah.
No,
Again.
I wasn't a rebel.
And maybe Melissa, as an entertainer, was doing like, like old what's his name? Bob Hope stuff, and like going around seeing troops. That's how she beats Ashley. This is how you like sort of derive your connections and things like that. Okay. Beautiful. Let's see who's next. Melissa. So you're an entertainer.
Yeah, so I rolled an 8. I have the opportunity to criticize or even bring down a questionable political leader on my homeworld. If you refuse and support the leader, you gain nothing. If you accept, gain an enemy and roll art or persuade 8+.
Okay. So what do you want to do? Do you want to take them down?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you accept, you gain an enemy. So write that down.
Okay.
And then either roll a skill check with art or roll persuade. So either art or persuade. I know you have art. I don't know if you have persuade.
I do. I have art performer and I have persuade. What do they connect to though?
They should have a skill rank, so you just do that.
Oh, it's just 0. Okay, that's right. All right. Let's see. Do I go perform or do I go persuade? I'm gonna go perform. Why not?
Yeah, go for it. This is
I got an 8.
That's exactly what you needed. So you gain 1 level in any skill you already have. That's it.
All right.
And so
We're
again,
all up in the politics and stuff.
second term went way better for everybody. Like just way better. No one got shot. No one lost, no one had to go into debt to get their health insurance paid. Okay. So let's do advancement rolls. Everyone check your career progress. You guys can all do this on your own. And then we'll just sort of announce who made it. So take a look at what you need to roll to try to advance. Long, you get your +4 on this. So don't forget that.
Oh, I barely made it.
And if you made it, let me know. And if you failed, no big deal. But if you made it, let me know because there's some things you get.
I failed. Oh, and I should have failed anyway because I had to do the minus, which
I got
forgot.
promoted.
All right. So if you take a look, Derek, at the very bottom of page 34, there's the ranks and bonuses for merchants. You have moved from rank 0, which was crewman. I'm sorry. No, wait. Hang on. That's merchant marine. Yours is on page 35 because you're broker. My bad. You went from 0 to rank 1. Unfortunately, you're not going to get a benefit because it says broker 1 as your. You will get an extra roll though on the skill table, so at least you get that.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and do another roll on one of those the skill and training tables. Ashley said you passed 2,
Yes, I'm a Lance Corporal now.
and you get recon at 1.
Yep.
Okay, and then you also can roll again on one of those skill and training tables.
Cool.
Long, did you pass?
Yeah, advance with a 12.
So Long, you are a sergeant, my friend. That's 2 benefit
cool.
bonus rolls for you too, by the way. Whenever you decide to stop being a cop, there's no immediate benefit from the skill and bonus column, but you do get another roll on skills and training.
I rolled on the broker table again and I got persuade. Although I already have persuade, so does that mean nothing happens?
It goes
Oh,
up.
okay.
Again, if it has no number,
It's got the number.
It just goes up. Yeah, it's all good. It's easy. It's easy to forget that stuff. It takes a while to kind of. What you got?
I rolled
Ashley?
advanced education again. I got a 3, so my navigation's now a 1.
Nice. Okay. So I think we're done. Everyone's done with advancements. The only person who didn't advance was Melissa. You're not kicked out. You just didn't advance. No big deal. You don't get the extra skill training. But other than that, so everyone, you're now 4 years older. We're 26 years old. We're going into.
We're just
term 3.
babies.
Just babies still. I think like your characters are literally younger than all of you. You guys aren't as young as you used to be. That's what's really fun. Oh, I can't wait till you guys start
So,
doing
in that
30s
advancement-
and stuff. Yeah, go ahead, bud.
In that advancement, I get a skill as well, or is it just?
Yeah, so you move your rank up. If there is a listed benefit next to it, you get it immediately. There
Okay.
not for sergeant.
Yeah. There's
Then you roll once more. You get another roll on the skills and training tables. So you pick one of those tables. So personal development, service skills, law enforcement table, any of those that you qualify for, and you roll again on that.
All right. We'll just do advanced education here.
Okay.
Got a vac suit.
Nice.
That's
so
useful.
increase your. It's very useful. It is. Who said it before? It is the swimming. It is to swimming. Wait, no. Wait. It is to traveler what swimming was to Delta Green.
There you go. You got it.
Okay. So how many of you want to stick in your current careers?
I do.
I don't.
Okay. Derek's staying. Melissa's leaving.
These 1098s don't fill out themselves.
I think we'll do
Derek.
one more until something terrible happens.
We're doing a space opera sci-fi. Derek's like, you know what I want to be? I I'd be a pencil pusher. I want to go work at a cubicle. Let's do it.
Look, album gave me all the adventure I can need. I just want the stability of a good job.
It's so good.
Long,
Long,
did
you're
you
gonna
see-
you're staying with a cop one more time.
Yeah, I'm going another
Okay.
turn. One more.
Okay.
Ashley, are you staying in army?
No.
Okay, so Derek and Long, you guys are in as long as you're not changing your assignment. So as long as Long you're still law enforcement and Derek you're still broker, you have no roles that you need to do to enter. You're good to go. Just hang tight for a minute. If you decide that you want to change your assignments, let me know. There's more to that. Melissa, do you know what you want to go into?
No, not yet.
Okay, well, let's
You
do
roll
your
benefits first, right?
Let's do benefits first. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're leaving entertainer. You didn't advance, so you just get the one roll.
Okay.
Okay,
And just a
so
reminder
it's
for everybody, you can only get cash benefits 3 times total.
3 times in total across your entire life. What are you
I
rolling
rolled the 1.
on cash or on benefits? The cash sucks for entertainer.
Yeah, I benefits.
All right, so you get a contact. Okay, so write down a contact. Okay. Ashley, you said you're leaving the army,
Yep.
and did you gain a rank?
I'm rank 1.
All right, so I think you get 2 rolls then. So
Yeah.
hang on, let me double check. Yeah, you get a bonus benefit roll because you got a rank. So you get 2 rolls. You can roll on however you want on your cash or on your benefits. What you want to do? Gotta say what you're doing first
I'm
before
sorry.
you roll, Melissa.
So
Let's
I am
restart again.
doing cash for the first one. So I got
course,
a
sure.
3,
Uh-huh.
and then a cybernetic implant.
Okay, so cybernetic implant is on page 47. You will gain any augmentation. So that's on a bunch of them are on page 106. I also have the central supply catalog, which will have more stuff in it. With a limit of it can't be more than 75,000, and it can't have a tech level higher than 12. So you might just want to write down cybernetic implant for now, and then
Okay.
later on we'll take care of like shopping and all items later on because
Okay.
there might be more options in the central supply catalog than there are in the main core rule book. Okay, Ashley, do you know what you're going into next? What career you're going into next?
Drifter.
Oh, you're just in for free. Yeah. You
Yeah.
don't even have to- you have to-
I'm just going in.
Automatically in. Okay. Do you know if you want to be a barbarian, a wanderer, or scavenger?
What page is that in? I accidentally closed
Page
that other
28.
thing.
Page 28 for
Okay.
Drifter. I'll come back. Melissa, have you decided your new career?
I'm thinking I'm going to try one of the...
People are aged or mid-30s.
Or no, I wanted to be a citizen. I'm sorry.
Citizen? Oh, yeah, no problem. Citizen is an education requiring a 5. You have 1 previous career in the army, so you're going to have a -1 on this roll. So you need to roll an
Okay.
education test at a -1, and you need to hit a 5.
Sorry, I was rolling.
Oh, sorry. I did hit it though. I got a 5.
Yes. I don't know what you're rolling on, Melissa.
I was making a choice with dice on what I'm
Oh,
going to
okay.
do next.
All right. So what are you doing next?
I'm Drifter.
Oh, you're just going to go into Drifter? Okay. So yeah, you automatically are in Drifter. You don't have to do any sort of test for it. And you have to choose between Barbarian, Wanderer, and Scavenger as your assignments. Ashley, you choose between Corporate, Worker, or Colonist. Do you know what the 2 of you want to do?
I'm gonna be a corporate.
You're gonna go Corporate Stooge. I
I'm gonna be-
approve.
or maybe-
Absolutely.
Let me get a little stoogey, you know?
Is this how you
Maybe
meet
you're
Derek?
the unexpected contact. Yeah.
This is how she meets Derek for sure. This has got to be it. Okay.
I like it.
Melissa, are you going to be a? I'm really interested in how if Melissa goes barbarian, how she ends up meeting Derek, the corporate pencil pusher who fills out forms. Melissa, what are you going to be as a drifter?
Wanderer.
You're going to be a wanderer. You're a space bum living hand to mouth in slums and spaceports across the galaxy. You've lived a rough life. You started as School of Hard Knocks. You were a performer. I hesitate to ask what you were performing in for those 4 years. And then now you're going
She was just busking, you know?
I like lost myself a little bit, and now I kind of want to go back to like,
Your roots.
yeah, that's
Okay.
kind of a little
Salt
bit
of
of
the
the arc I'm
galaxy
seeing
again.
here.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Everybody's in. Let's go ahead and do basic training. Derek and Long, you're in the same career, so you don't get basic training. Ashley and Melissa, you get to pick.
I didn't
What's up?
look at the survival qualifications. I probably should be a worker.
Oh, society of 6. That's fine. You're not committed to anything yet. Okay, so
okay,
so
I'm gonna be a
okay.
worker.
Ashley and Melissa, both of you get to pick one of the skills from the service skills table in your associated careers.
So I get to pick one of them.
You pick one, yes, for basic training since it's a new career.
I'll go recon. I think that's the only one I don't have.
Okay. So you, and then same thing for you, Ashley.
I'm gonna be streetwise.
And again, you're picking this at 0, so you get the skill at 0. Okay. All right. Everybody gets to do regular training now. So this is where again you pick from one of the tables on the skills and training tables that you have access to. So personal development, service skills, your specific assignment table, and then possibly like a advanced education table or something like that as well.
I'm just gonna roll on the broker table again. We're gonna need a broker level 3.
Yeah, what's the max? There is a max, I think. I'll double check. It's not. You're fine for now though.
I got a 4 on the worker table. I got engineer.
Nice. Sorry, I'm just double
I
checking.
got a 6 on the broker table, so my persuade is now level 2.
Oh,
I
very
got
nice.
a 4 on the personal development table, so I again get language. So like both of my careers, I'm just getting better with words.
I mean, you're in the back alleys, you're in the the grungy spaceports, you're just learning what you got to learn.
You're a polylinguist.
And I'll go through. Sorry, Lon, go ahead.
Advocate again, so I'm leveling up that advocate.
You really are gonna go lawyer here. It's gonna happen. I'm telling you.
Jeff,
Okay.
do I just get one engineer or do I get all of them because it's at 0 because I don't have it?
If you don't have it, you get all of them at 0.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we've got our regular training done. So it is survival roll time, right?
Real quick, so because I stayed in the merchant thing, it was just the one roll that leveled up persuade. There's nothing I'm missing, right?
Yes, that's it
Okay.
for now. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so now it's survival roll times to see how you guys do and to see whether we get events or mishaps. So everyone roll for survival and let us know how you do. Ashley's no longer a Wayland Yutani management material. Your recruitment file now reach crew expendable, and you've been placed in the Wayland Yutani alien egg handling career path. That is not a career path that has a lot of upward mobility.
You know,
Aww.
I survived.
I did not survive.
Oh no,
Oh.
Derek, no.
I love how I have
Long-
a 10 in education and I'm struggling.
Yeah, best.
Okay, so Derek. Okay, so we'll do Derek then. So Derek, unfortunately, is going to have to roll on the mishaps table instead of the events table. So Derek, if you look on page 35 for merchant, roll a d6.
I got a 2. You are bankrupt at arrival. You lose all benefits from this career and gain the other trader as a rival.
Oh, geez.
I haven't gotten any benefits so far, so am I okay?
Oh, God. I think it means you don't get to roll on the benefits table when you leave this career.
Oh, well, that really sucks.
You don't lose what you got from your previous career. It's just this one. So you won't be when you leave this, because you're going to have to leave now, you won't be able to roll on the benefits table.
I have to leave?
Yes. So whenever you don't survive, unless a mishap says you can stay in, you're ejected. And so, yeah, it's like Wolf of Wall Street happening here. It's a shame.
You
rough.
got caught inappropriately filling out forms.
No benefits rolls on the. That's a shame too, because there's some good ones. There's 40K. Okay. Whew, that's rough. Write that down. Definitely NFTs. Crypto just completely imploded on them. Okay, so write that down, and we'll come back in a bit and we figure out what you want to do for your next career. The rest of you passed your survival rolls, which means let's do some events. Ashley, you're a citizen now, so you're on page 27. Roll an event. 2d6s.
7.
Ooh, life event.
Life event, page 46. Do you have that up?
I have it up. There's a short link on the desktop. 2d6s. Again, this is how you can become a psionic. Ashley did not.
4.
A romantic relationship involving you ends badly. Gain a rival or enemy.
Oh gosh.
Which do you prefer?
That ended horribly.
I want enemies to lovers, maybe. So let's get an enemy.
Okay. All right. So write that down as your event. Okay. Long, you're still in law enforcement, so go ahead and roll again on page 23. We do have a house rule that we came up with last night, is that if you are rolling if you end up rolling the same event that you already got in the same career, you get to reroll. No matter whether it's good or bad, you got to reroll it. That's our house rule from last night.
I'm getting married, then divorced.
So I got a 6. I'm giving advanced training in a specialist field. Roll education plus 8 to increase any one skill you already have by 1 level.
Nice. So yeah, roll education.
Education roll.
Oh, you crushed it, dude.
So I increase any skill by 1.
Yes, any skill. There is a maximum. I forgot. Yeah. So during character creation, you cannot take a skill beyond level 4. So level 4 is the max at character creation. So keep that in mind as time comes.
I'll go with the investigate level.
Ashley's getting married then divorced in the same 4-year period. Okay, Melissa, you are now a drifter, a wanderer.
I rolled a 9. So I am offered a chance to take part in a risky but rewarding adventure. If you accept, roll 1d, which
sounds like a pyramid scheme. This is the crypto. This is how she meets Derek.
So this is a 3. Oh, I survived but gained nothing.
Oh, okay.
At least I didn't go to prison.
Yes, if you would have rolled a 1 to 2, you would have gone to prison. Which you didn't. Didn't you go to prison last night? We were doing our practice.
It was the same thing where I rolled and I avoided
almost
prison.
did, yeah.
Melissa is heading for Babylon 5. Oh man. Oh, Babylon 5. Okay. So everyone's done their events. So the 3 of you now have to roll for potential advancement. So take a look at your requirement. So Ashley, you're on citizen now. Melissa, you're on drifter. Melissa, you need an int 7. Ashley, as citizen worker, you need an education 8.
Yep.
And Long, you should know it's the same thing as last time.
No advancement.
Okay. So Melissa, you did advance, right?
I did.
And you advance on the Wanderer table. So you're now a rank 1 Wanderer. There's no name for this, but you do get Streetwise 1.
Which unfortunately I already had.
That's a shame. But it will give you an extra benefits roll when the time comes. Long, how'd you do?
Yeah, advance. I'm a detective now at 10.
You're a detective. Look at this.
Let's
You are Sipowicz. Oh, it's wonderful. Did you get any other benefits?
No, I didn't have anything attached.
Okay. Sweet. So, all right. So then we've done our advancements. The 3 of you now get an extra roll on your skills and trainings tables since you. I'm sorry. No, Melissa and Long do. Ashley didn't advance, so you don't get it. Long and Melissa, you get an extra roll because you advanced. So on your skills and training tables, pick one of them, roll a d6, gain another skill.
I'm gonna try. I keep doing personal development because I want that jack of all trades.
Long's Delta Green character was in hostage negotiation or something like that. FBI, wasn't it a hostage negotiator? That's what you were.
Yeah, you're right. That's what it was.
I got jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades is great. Jack of all trades is amazing. Yeah.
So that means like jack of all trades goes from 0 to 1, right?
No, it goes from, so you change -3 to -2 now. So now if you ever roll anything untrained Instead of it being at -3, it's at -2 because you have a. I'm not sure how the character sheet works it though.
Yeah, because I think we all have jack of all trades at 0 on our sheets.
Then yeah, put it at 1 then and see what happens.
That should train your untrained to a -2.
Let me see. Untrained. Yeah, is now a -2.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Sweet.
It's a really useful. I mean, hence the name, right?
That's why I keep rolling on personal development, and I kept getting language before.
Okay.
I went to advanced education, and I got language as well.
Okay, I'll give you guys a list of potential languages that might be. I'll figure something out, and I'll see what might be useful. So I want to make sure you guys get useful languages.
Okay, cool.
Pick Mandarin up real quick and never use it.
What's that?
Pick Mandarin and never use it. Like
Delta grade.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. I still feel bad about that. Okay. So we're end of the term. Derek has to pick a new. So we are now going from. See, that was term 3, right? So we had hit 30. We're moving into term 4, so we don't have to do aging yet. So theoretically, I said you guys had to do a minimum of 3 terms. So theoretically, you could stop your character creation now if you want, like a coward, or you could keep pushing and get more stuff. Derek, you would have to pick a new career to go into now, since you unfortunately didn't survive the last one. Ashley, Long, and Melissa, you did survive. You can continue in the same one. Is anybody moving to a new career other than Derek?
I think I'm going to stick because I got a taste of adventure, but I didn't get anything out of it. And so I feel like I want to give this another go.
So you want to stick with Drifter. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm staying with Citizen.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to own the place, so I might as well stay.
You are gonna end up as you're gonna be commissioner. You're gonna be Commissioner Gordon. That's what's gonna happen. Someone call Commissioner Gordon. What was it we used to say when we play? If we used to play like someone call Commissioner Gordon. There's collusion going on in here. Like, what was that? Maybe it was that me and Justin. I don't know. We used to make that joke all the time. Someone call Commissioner Gordon. There's collusion going on in here. I don't know what it was. I don't know. I'm stupid and old. Okay. Derek, do you know what you want to do next with your life?
Well, I'm confused on how this would work, but I would become a noble, I guess, because it says automatic qualification if your social is 10, which it is.
Let's see. I mean, I don't think there's any. There's one other thing on. Let me check one thing really quick. I think you're good.
The only thing that's got me confused is that there's the dice, the dice modification for -1 for every previous career, but I don't know how that resolves between automatic qualification and does it have to be a 10 plus after the modification?
That's a good question that I don't know the answer to. I'm checking one other thing.
It seems like automatic is automatic.
I mean, I take automatic as automatic, but
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree.
I like from chat. You inherited the title when an ancient relative died.
Because that's your show. That's your score. The dice modifier only comes into play when you're making a check. So your score is established before the check is made. So yeah, I agree. So you're a noble. Sure. Yeah, no problem.
Hell
So automatically a noble.
Hell yeah.
Despite
my uncle
going
fucking
bankrupt.
died.
No, I like to think of it because I'm just going to be an administrator, which says you serve the planetary government. So I just work at like the DMV of my planet after losing my business.
Derek's view in fantasy of his science fiction future is so amazing. It's so amazing.
I fucking love it. Derek, shut up. That's too good.
Oh God. All right.
Have you registered
Long,
your scooter?
Melissa, Long are in. Ashley, you're sticking around. I can't.
I'm staying. Yeah.
All right. So no qualification rules necessary. Let's just jump right into. I think let's do. For Derek, you're in a new one, so you get your basic training. So you look at service skills for a noble and pick one of those to take at level 0. So pick something you don't have already. The rest of you don't do basic training because you've already done basic training for that career. But you can start on if you want your regular training. So pick one of those tables to roll on. If you fill in enough forms, you become a noble. Oh gosh, there is a plethora of nobility at the DMV around the corner from our house.
Another law enforcement roll. That's stealth.
All right.
Now.
Well,
I
no,
got
my personal
profession.
development 2, my int +1.
Nice.
I'm at 5, guys.
All right.
Okay.
Look at that.
Okay.
Moving on
Look
up.
at you. Look at you,
You know,
getting your
Moving up.
I
read a
junior
book.
high diploma. Yeah. Okay.
I got my my GED.
4 years.
Melissa, how'd you do on your roll?
I got profession.
Okay.
So that gave me all the professions. That's 0.
Well, I think profession's different. I think you actually have to pick with one. Profession might be that. I remember there was something different about profession, if memory serves.
okay.
So you
Let me
can
know if
double
that's
check
the
it
case.
later.
Okay.
Derek, did you decide? Did you decide what you're taking for your basic training?
Yeah, diplomat.
And then you get to roll like normal for your normal training on one of those tables that you have qualifications for. And
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Long and I met Derek through a workman's comp claim.
skills.
So it would be either personal development, service skills, or administrator, correct? Or I guess
Yeah.
advanced.
So personal development, service skills. What's your education?
It's 10.
So you actually qualify for an advanced education table. So you can choose from personal development, service skills, advanced education, or administrator.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna see if I
roll
can get
on
my
one of those
persuade
four.
up once again. Yeah, I'm gonna try I'm gonna try the administrator table.
Yeah, go for it. Diplomat.
So yeah, nice, leveled that up.
Okay. So then, Melissa, I haven't had a chance to look it up.
That's fine. I made a note for later.
Yeah, take it all for now, and we'll run it back if we need to. I can't remember, but I just remember there being something slightly different about them.
Okay.
Yeah.
No
Okay.
worries.
All right. So that was regular training. So now let's do survival rolls, everybody. The new one, the only new one is noble. So Derek, you are an administrator. You need an int at 4+. So you need to roll a 4 on an int test.
Surely I can handle this, right? My int is 12.
Even the gods couldn't prevent this from happening.
Oh.
There we
There
go.
you go. There you go. Ashley, no.
I survived. I need an endurance 4+. I
Oh
got
my
a 4
gosh.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Long.
survived.
Pass.
by the skin of my teeth.
I
The
want
plaque that I-
Long to be police commissioner. Like I am
Me too.
rooting for this so hard. Like, come on. All right. So Ashley passed. Long passed. Melissa, how'd you do?
Passed.
Okay. So everyone survived. So let's do So everyone survived. Yay! It's another good one where everyone survives.
Yay.
Let's do some events. Derek, I got yours up. So let's do yours. Yours is new. Noble events table, page 39.
Yeah. Okay. So I got 8. A conspiracy of nobles attempts to recruit you. If you refuse, gain the conspiracy as an enemy. If you accept, roll deception or persuade. If you fail, all right, I'll man, what am I being roped into? Are we like
That's
Are you
what we
getting
get to make
roped?
up. You get to
we're
make
like
it
giving
up.
out license plates more than once? So like the 2 X-wings with the same license plate number? I'll do that. I'll try a persuade roll.
Okay, so you are going to accept. So roll persuade. You need an 8 on
Yeah, I
this.
mean, if my rival took away my business, my guy is just the most jaded.
He just doesn't
He's got
give
the
a
most
shit.
jaded pencil ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got a couple ranks in persuade, don't you?
I do. Yeah, I've got 2.
So impossible to fail this.
Oh my god, I just barely made it.
You got an 8.
Like I said, impossible. Okay, so if you succeed, gain 1 level of deception, persuade, tactics, or carouse.
Oh, you could just
Um,
level up your persuade.
That's what I'm gonna do. My persuade's now level
Okay.
3.
Yeah, 4 is the max, so you
Oh
still
my
got room.
gosh.
I could
beautiful.
persuade anyone of anything.
He's got a
I don't have anything higher than 1.
golden tongue.
Me
What the
either.
hell's it called?
Crazy.
Silver
Silver
tongue.
tongue. I'm
Silver
like
tongue.
golden tongue. That's not right.
I got a lot of stuff with zeros, Mel.
Me too.
Okay, I'm glad
So-
you said that because when we first started getting stuff, I have like so many things in electronics and science. I'm like, I think I have too many skills.
There is a max, but it's unlikely you guys will hit that in character creation. There is a max amount of skills you could potentially have, but I don't worry about it right now. I doubt any of you will hit the max for skills. But you could potentially hit like the max for a single skill. That's much more likely. Derek, the famed administrator, man, the man with the golden tongue. Ugh. I like how you get out of your previous career, you become a noble. You're like, okay, I'm just gonna go into administration. I'm just gonna live an easy life, and then this freaking conspiracy of nobles tries to rope you back in. You literally just got bankrupted by some dude trying to sell you NFTs and stuff like that, and now they're trying to bring you back in. I want to talk to you about some NFTs.
Can Derek get a golden tongue cybernetic implant?
Oh, that'd be cool.
It's like.
Yeah, he's gonna have a lot of money at the end of this. I would imagine. Even though he lost those benefit rolls, he still has a ton of cash already. He's got more money than Long. Long might get a pension though, because Long's you have to be in a term for 5 consecutive, occur for 5 terms to be able to have a pension, which means you will get money every year from the government, or from whoever, for whatever industry you're in or something like that.
Jeff,
okay.
I found that limit.
Okay.
So it's your int plus edu times 3 is the max total number of skills you can have.
But Derek's got high end.
Yeah.
High end. So you're fine, Derek.
I have.
Ashley might be in trouble. Don't you have low int or something? Who's got low?
5. I've got 5 in.
I have an 8 and 7. So
ship shares can give you a pension. Oh, nice. That could be what we do. I have to think about how pensions can work, because like if we end up doing Deepnight Revelations, which is what I want to do, then we're gonna like the ultimate campaign. Like we're gonna start with like the prologue, and we'll see if we like it, and as long as we like it and the schedules work out, we'll do the campaign. But it kind of takes us away. We go on like a deep space exploration type mission, and you won't necessarily have regular contact, so we'll have to figure out some other way for whoever gets pensions to make that work. We'll figure something out. Okay, so that was Derek's event. Melissa, you ready to go? 20 channels that you're following. Well, Cardman, I'm glad that you're hanging out in our chat, which is very, very nice of you to do that. Probably have multiple ones up, but I don't blame you. There's some good stuff on right now.
Sorry, I've got to get back to my page. I was looking up the rule. I was.
Where you're a drifter? I got you. Go ahead and roll 2d6s.
I did.
What'd you
get?
Got
a 5.
5.
You managed to scavenge something of use. You gain DM +1 to any 1 benefit roll. Now it does say any one benefit roll. It doesn't say in this career. So, I mean, theoretically, I think you could use it for if you have a future career you want to get into, but you'll have a +1 benefit roll.
Cool.
Long, are you ready to go?
Yeah, let's roll it.
You're going to exhaust all of the ancient events.
A 10. Oh, okay. I got specialist training in vehicles now, so I can get one of drive, flyer, pilot, or gunner.
Yeah, and you get them at level 1. You get one of those at level 1.
Okay.
So now what that means is that, let's say hypothetically, I'm just going to do this hypothetically now. Let's say you don't have anything in drive yet, and it says drive 1. Take all of the drives at 0, but then one of the specializations of drive will go to 1. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think I'll do...
Does anyone have pilot yet?
I do.
Okay, Derek's got pilot. Derek's got everything. He's got all the skills. He's Balrog. He has lots and lots of powers.
Pilot could be good.
Derek, do you have any? Is it at 0, or do you actually have like positive ranks in it?
No, it's pilot small craft specifically.
Okay.
I think it's from the scout.
You guys will be in a capital ship, but there will be we'll talk a little bit once we get into that stage of the campaign. There's a lot of different ways that we could frame the time on the capital ship and what we're doing. So you could potentially be doing scout ships that are docked within the bigger ship and stuff like that. And so that's where small crafts might come into play. But if we'll see what your skills end up with and see what kind of we'll run a few different options.
All right, I got 1 in spacecraft pilot.
Okay, so you took pilot Yeah, so everything's at 0, and then you added spacecraft to 1. Okay. Yeah, so that's the other thing. Australis makes a good point. We're going to do connections at the end, and then there's also going to be a skill package we'll talk about at the end as well. Skill package is basically to help kind of make sure that whatever the flavor of the campaign adventure that we're doing is, you guys can make sure that you have like necessary skills. So it'll be okay. You guys should take what you want. There's always that fallback there, and you're going to get some benefits from connections as well. Who hasn't rolled events yet?
I haven't.
All right, Ashley, what are we doing? Where the hell are you again?
I'm a citizen now.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, that's a good roll.
I get an 11. I befriend a superior in the corporation or the colony, gain an ally, either gain diplomat 1 or DM +4 to my advancement.
Oh boy.
So I'm gonna get the
education
DM +4.
8+. Yeah. A Viper pilot. Derek, the paper pushing guy who works at the DMV, becomes Starbuck or Apollo. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, everybody rolled their events. Let's do advancements tests. So everyone test your advancements. So Derek, you're the only new one here, so you're an administrator. Your advancement is an education test. You need a 6 higher.
Didn't make it.
Oh my god. All it means is you didn't advance. You didn't get kicked out. You're fine. You're okay. You're okay.
I advance.
I also advance.
Yeah, rooting for Logs is great.
Let's
I
go.
do not.
Log's a lieutenant, and you just got investigate 1. Did you already have investigate 1?
Yeah.
All right, so you don't get any benefit from the skill, but you do get lieutenant. Lieutenant Long.
Let's go.
You're 2 away from commissioner, man. This is crazy. Ashley, how'd you do?
I did advance, so now I'm a rank 1 worker. I don't have anything.
Okay. Melissa, how'd you do?
I failed.
Okay, so Ashley and Long, go ahead and roll once more on the skills and training one of the skills and training tables, and take your up from that, your extra advancement training. No one failed survival, so you guys are all free to continue in these careers. Melissa and Derek just don't get the extra training because they didn't get their ranks.
I'm gonna roll personal.
Okay. Maybe Melissa is
Law
Long's criminal informant. Yeah, that could be.
I got drive.
No, a little bit on melee now.
Melee, wow. I like how you become a lieutenant by punching people.
That's a skill you learn at that
You're
level.
flying spacecraft and punching people, and now you're a lieutenant. Okay. So, so now that was term 4, which means everyone hits the age of 34, which is a very fun age, guys, because now at the end of term 4, we have to start testing for age to see if age starts going down. Now, I think this happens at the end of the term. Let me double check. Try to reach 34. So at the end of the 4th term, at the end of every term thereafter. So we got to do our, we have to do these rolls. We'll do these one at a time. Ashley, you're going to roll.
Have we hit the end yet, though? I'm going to leave my career.
Oh, yes. You got to do your benefits and stuff first. Okay. So you're leaving Drifter. Is anyone else leaving? Okay. So Melissa, go ahead and do your benefits rolls. How long have you been a Drifter?
1.
Just the 1?
No, 2. Sorry, 2 terms.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And what is your rank?
1.
Okay, so you're gonna get 3 rolls. So if you're rank 1, you get a bonus. You get a bonus benefit roll, and then you've been in.
Okay, so I'm going to do benefits. Cash benefits is going to be the order for these.
Okay, first one.
So,
Benefits.
sorry, I just did it.
Well, just as they're listed.
so
just expand.
2, 2, and 5.
All right, so the first benefit is a weapon,
Okay.
and if you look on page 47, it'll tell you what the limitations of the weapon you can choose are.
Okay.
A 2 on cash. You didn't
Nada.
get any cash. And what was the last one?
5 is education +1.
So you got to increase your education +1. Okay. Nobody else is leaving, so now we can do the aging rolls. Yeah, if you roll a 12 plus, you can't leave. And then if you roll, I think if you roll on advancement, that's the other thing actually. If you roll advancement lower than your total number of terms, I think in the career, you get kicked out. No one's there yet. I think everyone's fine. Let's do aging. So the effects of aging begin when a traveler reaches 34 years of age. So at the end of the 4th career term, which is where we're at. So at the end of this term and every term hereafter, you're going to roll 2d6 on the aging table with a negative dice modifier equal to the total number of terms. So far we've done 4 terms, so it's 2d6 minus 4. And tell me what you roll.
7.
Melissa, you're fine.
I got a 6.
You're also
Aging
fine.
gracefully.
I got an 11.
You forgot your -4, Derek.
Oh, you're right. I
Still
did, so then
fine.
I
It's a
got-
7. You're still fine.
Oh,
Oh,
one.
yeah.
You got a 1?
Yeah.
You are barely fine. That is the minimum
Oh,
you could roll
geez.
without having something bad happening to you. If you roll a 0 or under, it's bad. Okay. 5th term coming up. Who's continuing?
I am.
Why
Yes,
not?
Continuing. Long, you're still going? Getting
Oh,
that
yeah,
commissioner?
go.
Hell yeah. Ashley, Derek?
I'll do one more, yeah.
Okay,
I'll
we're doing
continue.
another one. All right. Who's So only Melissa's changing careers. Everybody else, you're good.
Yeah.
So the 3 of you can just jump right into your regular training. So pick one of your skills and training tables to roll on and take your new training for that. Melissa, what's
Yes.
your new career? What are you moving into?
Scout.
Okay. So Scout is an intelligence check 5+. You've been a drifter and an entertainer. That's it, right? Those are the only 2 careers, because prior to that
Correct.
was pre-career education. So you have a -2 on this roll.
Okay, so it's int -2.
Yes.
Okay.
Blake 7.
Oh yeah, it's a 7.
All right. You have made it into the Scout services. You have a choice of assignments between a courier, a surveyor, or an explorer. Courier, you're responsible for shuttling messages and high-value packages across the galaxy. Surveyor, you visit border worlds and assess their worth. Explorer, you go wherever the map is blank, exploring unknown worlds and uncharted space.
I am going to do. I'm trying to look at the roles. Explore.
Okay, so you go wherever the map is blank, exploring unknown worlds and uncharted space. You get basic training. So if you look at the service skills, pick one of those at 0.
I finally
anyone
get
have-
my vac suit.
Does anyone have astrogation, by the way?
I do.
Okay, nice. Astrogation is extraordinarily important. Astrogation and pilot are two like if we were doing like a Firefly type, campaign basically, where like you guys had your own small ship and stuff, which is a fairly standard like kind of traveler type campaign where everyone's got your ship and you're kind of wheeling, dealing, trading all over the place. Astrogator and pilot are really important because astrogator plots like your routes and pilots and stuff. You can, so it's good to have somebody who's got astrogation. Okay, so then Melissa, go ahead and do regular training as well.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna do personal development. I enjoy personal development. Let's see what I get.
Get that 6.
I'll do that too.
No, I got a 2, which is Dex +1. So
Okay.
I now have a Dex of 7.
All right. So Long, you rolled for yours. Ashley and Derek, did you take your regular training yet?
I did personal development. I got a 1. I got EDU +1.
Nice.
Then
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying, I just did the administrator again, and I got advocate level 0.
Okay, nice. I feel like Derek's gonna end up being like, he's gonna be like an administrator on the ship. Like he's gonna be. I'm trying to think of like the equivalent of who you would be on like Battlestar Galactica, or he wouldn't be Gata because he could be Gata because he does have astrogation.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sort of an administrator. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Derek might
yeah.
be Gata from Battlestar Galactica. That's kind of what he's turning into. Yeah, I could see that.
I can see that too.
Okay. So let's see. Derek is the could be quartermaster. Yeah, he could be a quartermaster. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and do our survival rolls, guys. Oh my god.
What is survival now? Survival is.
I
endurance.
say I am safe.
All right.
No.
No, look, no, dream's over.
No.
It's over. Denied advancement.
No,
Ashley,
this is
how'd
survival.
you do?
It's survival.
I survived.
Well, if you're kicked out, you're also denied advancement. So yeah. So Melissa with an 11, I'm sure you survived.
Yeah.
Derek survived. Ashley survived. Long, we're gonna start with you since you got kicked out.
No.
Well, not technically. There's a chance.
mishap.
There's still a
Let's do that.
chance. There's still a chance. Not a very good one, but there's still a chance. Go ahead and roll a d6 on the mishap table for agents. Oh, this is so sad.
Oh boy, let's see what happens. Investigation goes critically wrong or leads to the top, rooting my career. Roll advocate 8. Let's see.
Oh, you've got.
You could go to prison.
You can do this.
Advocate. Here we go.
Got a couple of points in advocate, so
11.
8 plus. I got 11. Let's see. I succeed.
You
I can
keep
keep
the
my benefit
roll.
rolls for this term.
Okay. If you rolled a 2, you must take the prisoner career in your next term. You avoid it. That's why I was like, oh, if you roll Snake Eyes, he's in prison. Okay. And unfortunately, that is it for you. You are no longer in law enforcement. You'll be leaving law enforcement at the end of this.
But you can cash out your benefits.
Yeah, which is going to be significant for you. Unfortunately, you only made it. This is our 5th term, so you only made it through 4 full terms in law enforcement. So I do think you.
No
I have to check
pension.
pensions. I think no
It's
pension.
5 or more.
I think it's 5 or more. So you
If I remember from
just
last night,
they
yeah.
got rid
Okay.
of you right as you were about to collect your pension.
They didn't
They're
want to pay
sons
you
of
out.
bitches.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
Exactly.
Oh man, that's so freaking. That makes me mad. Okay, Ashley.
We're all rooting for Long for commissioner.
Seriously, Ashley, what are you again? What are you, citizen, right?
I'm a citizen.
Okay, roll your advance.
4. I spend my time maintaining and using heavy vehicles, either as part of my job or as a hobby. Increase mechanic, drive, electronics, flyer, or engineer by 1 level.
Okay, nice. Let's see. Derek, you are a noble. Roll your event, 2d6, page 39. Trying to put his kid through college. 3 days from retirement.
I got a 4. Your time as a ruler or playboy gives you a wide range of experiences. Gain 1 of animals, arts, carouse, or streetwise.
Carouse, yeah.
Or carouse, yeah. I'll do streetwise 1.
Okay.
Jeff, what's the difference between J drive and M drive?
You're asking me. They're different types of drives. One's jump drive. I think J is jump drive. Someone in chat will probably be able to tell you. Cargan will probably know. If he's still hanging out. But J drive is for like jump drives, and then M drive is
Jump drive is hyperspace.
um
So give it a second, and I'm sure we'll have the answer for M in chat.
Okay.
yeah
J jump is outside and maneuver. Okay.
yeah maneuver. That's what I was
Sublight.
thinking. I couldn't get the
So hyperspace and sublight.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks,
so
chat.
thank you very much. So that was Derek. Melissa, did we do your event yet?
Nope.
All right, let's do it. You're a scout
That is
now.
a 9. Your scout ship is one of the first on the scene to rescue the survivors of a disaster. Roll either medic or engineer. Oh, goodness.
Okay.
At an 8 or higher. Let's see. Medic. Do I have medic? No, I don't have medic. Do I have engineer? I don't have either of those.
Could still roll. It's still doable. I mean, it's a low chance, but you can
So
still
it's
do it.
untrained
Yeah.
because they don't have either one.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
you're screwed.
that's-
Well, you have to roll basically an 11 or a 12, right?
No.
Yeah, you failed.
What happens to my failure?
Gain an enemy.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Let's see.
I've got two enemies now.
Let's see. We did. So Melissa, you did yours. We did
I
Derek's. And then we did Long's mishap. So
What was Derek's?
the Playboy one.
Yeah, my time as a ruler or playboy gives me a wide range of experiences, so I gained it all.
I just think
You
like
gain a what?
Playboy. I think he's been hanging out in the red light district. He got streetwise.
Oh, that's true.
I think that sort of makes sense. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to be creepy. I think it kind of makes sense.
I called it. I said he's gonna have a harem.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. Advancement time for the three of you. Long. Sorry, buddy. Derek, Melissa, Ashley. Let's see if we advance.
Advancement is.
All these people talk about painting models. I, mean, I feel so lazy. I have so much paint to do.
Hey, I advanced.
Nice.
I also
All right.
advanced.
So Derek, you didn't
Yes.
advance last time, right?
Correct. So I'm a clerk now.
And you get admin 1. If you don't have administration at 1, you now gain administration at 1. And you
Nice.
get another skills and training roll. So you can pick another one of those tables to roll from. Ashley,
I did. I'm 2.
Holy
I'm a
crap.
technician.
Not
I
only
get
that,
profession 1.
not only that, you rolled 2 6s. You have to stay in this career for next term.
Okay.
And yeah, you
Oh.
have to stay in. So that is a requirement now for you.
Chat called it. They said it was going to happen.
Melissa,
it
how did
did.
you do?
I succeeded, which means that I am a title of scout. And so I get back suit at 1.
Nice. And you did just taken it 0 too, so you should still be good.
Mhm.
And so Derek, Melissa, and Ashley get your extra roll on your skills and training tables since you advanced.
Mhm.
Right. I've rolled mine on advanced education because I meet the minimum education requirement.
I
Okay.
do not
Perfect.
have profession.
Okay, sorry. I don't think I've advanced much. So what does that mean?
So you just go back to the skills and training. So
Okay.
for you, and then you roll on one of them. You just get an extra roll. So personal development, service skills, explorer, and if you qualify for it, advanced education. You pick
Advanced
one of those
education
tables.
is a minimum education of 8, which I have. So I'm going to roll on that one.
Yeah, so you just roll on that and you take whatever you get from there.
I got a 4, which gives me explosives.
Nice. Very useful. Very useful. Long is changing careers, we know. Ashley cannot change
I
careers.
have to stay.
She has to stay. Derek or Melissa, are you changing careers?
Nah, I like this noble life.
It is pretty nice.
The charcuterie boards are delicious.
Is that what they call them down in the red light district?
So we're at term 5. Yeah, so I guess I'll go one more term.
Okay. So are you going to stay as a scout?
Yeah.
Okay, so Long, let's do your benefits rolls, buddy. All
Okay.
right. So before we shift into aging rolls, let's do. Okay, so you successfully completed 4 terms, and then you mustered out. You got ejected on the 5th, so you completed 4. What was your rank? What was the final rank you had?
I was ranked 4 lieutenant.
Which gives you another +2. You were 1 rank away from getting rank 5, which would have given you even more benefits. So you get 6 benefit rolls on your agent mustering out benefits tables.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so you got a column.
wow.
Are you doing cash benefits? What's going?
Yeah, that is fair. She did roll.
Wait,
12.
what was the mod to it? Or did I get a mod?
There is no mod to it. You
Okay.
just have
You just get
6
6
rolls.
dice.
Just 6 dice, 6 rolls.
You can do so now this is the first time you've done this. So if you look on page 22, mustering out benefits, there's 2 columns, cash and benefits. You have to declare before you roll which one you're rolling on.
Yeah, got it.
Melissa, Ashley, cheaters.
I got better. Okay.
You can do a maximum throughout your entire life of 3 cash rolls. So regardless of careers, think that.
Okay.
Keep
I'll
that.
do 3 cash rolls, 3 benefits.
All right, let's do it. You want to start with cash?
Yeah, let's do cash first.
All right, so roll 3 d6s, and it'll address each one individually. Oh, baby.
4, 5, 6.
25,000 for the 6, 10,000 for the 5, and 7,500 for the 4.
Oh man, they rip you off in that career.
So it's 35,000.
It'd be 42, right?
42.5, right? 42,500 minus your, and then take your debt from underneath that. And so take the debt that you currently have and subtract it from 42.5, and that's what you're currently at once you leave your
32.5 minus 17.5.
Should be 20.
I just make out with 3,500.
27.5.
Wait, 456 gives me, because the 4 is 7,500, and I was 17,500 in debt.
Yes.
So 10K, I would be left with
So you're at 25K.
25 flat.
25. Yeah.
25 flat. Yeah. 25 flat.
Wow.
So that's how much cash you have.
First year.
I made your cop career ripped you off. I made 50,000 as a scout, I think.
What the heck?
Yeah, you basically were a cop for four full terms. That's 16 years, and we'll say like a couple years in your third. So like maybe 19 years or something like that, right? Like you didn't quite make it to 20, which is where the pension kicked in, right? And you only have 25,000 in the bank to show for it.
God, I got
That
robbed.
sucks.
That would make me bitter.
What benefits did you get?
Oh yeah, let's roll that.
That's a good point. Yeah, we got 3 more.
Maybe they'll give you a yacht.
Oh boy.
6 is in a 1.
So increase. So for the 6, you could choose. You either get society, so social standing, +1, or a cybernetic implant.
I'll get 2 implants. Is that possible?
I don't see any reason why not. Let me see.
That's 6 twice.
I don't see anything that says another benefits that you can't have 2 of the same.
Have one of your implants be a brain,
Yeah.
so you can just be immortal.
So just go ahead and put down 2 cybernetic implants. And then what was the other one you rolled? A 1?
Yeah.
Scientific equipment, which is any one. Is again these. So the descriptions of what this stuff means is on page 47, and you can pick from like a group of things. And again, I gotta put. I'll get more of like the essential supply catalog into our Foundry game, so you can see all of the options you have instead of just the core. So there's more. It'll be more things you can pick from. Okay, so that is the end of Long's illustrious but ultimately tarnished police career.
Police career.
All right. Let's do aging because it is the end, and then we'll decide whether or not if anyone's is going on. So I'll do aging. So it's 2d6 minus 5.
Two.
Got a 4.
So basically, if anyone gets a 0 or a negative number, let me know.
2.
Okay, everyone's in the positive, it looks
Yeah.
like. So no effects from aging. Okay, so all of you are. Let's see, we just finished 5 terms.
So we're
Let's
38.
start number 5. So you're all 38. Does anybody want to call it quits now? Okay.
I think
Derek's
I have
going.
to stay, right?
You do. Have to
Yeah,
stay.
I think you have to stay. I think that's
Yeah.
how we're gonna roll it. Is you have to keep going at least one more.
Yeah, chat brought up of what if she keeps rolling well and does poorly on aging? You could
Dies.
also die
That's
that
it.
way.
That's true.
You know?
There's anti-aging meds and stuff like that we can dig into that you can go into debt with. So Ashley and Derek are going. Long, Melissa, are you still going?
Yep.
Melissa's
Wait, I
going
can't, right?
one
I have
more.
to pick something else.
Yeah, you have to pick a different career, or you
But
can
you can
just say
also
you're
just
done.
stop.
You can say you're done.
What happens if you're done?
I mean, your character. This is like so.
This
So after this, after you got kicked out of the police, like this is how you went off and you did something else, and that's when you met the rest of these people to do whatever our adventure is going to
That's
be,
it.
basically.
Is
You'll
there a
just
limit
be
to terms, or you keep going?
Younger than us.
Melissa and I were looking at that last night. We never found like a specific limit to how many terms you can have, but you can kill yourself.
Yeah, because what happens is
yeah.
you lose if
Oh.
you roll poorly on aging, you lose quite a bit from your stats. And so then if you get a stat that hits 0, then bad things are happening. So like that's where
Yeah, you start having aging crises, and it's really expensive, and you could potentially just die out like that too. But no one's taken any penalties from aging yet, and you're only
Yeah.
38. And if you fuckers think 38 is old, not that I have to worry about that because
Shut
I'm
up.
only.
It's not.
What am I? How old am I again, Ashley? What am I?
You're 22.
22. I'm 22 years old. Okay.
I like how I keep track of it.
Yes, I'm too old to remember. That's the problem. Okay.
I might call it quits after term 6, but I'm definitely going to do term 6.
All right. So we're doing term 6. Long,
Oh, Mel's
are you?
gonna roll a crit.
I'm gonna do one more
Sure.
because I've
Let's do
been
one more.
in this
Okay.
law enforcement like all my life. I'll try.
All right.
try something
Ashley's in the same one. You sticking with Noble, Derek?
Yeah, there's more caviar to eat.
Oh yeah.
Hell
Head
yeah.
back down to that red light district. Melissa, are you sticking with Scouts?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Long, you get to make a choice.
New career.
19 years.
First time in your life you had to make a choice.
A year, 2 to 3 days away from that 20-year retirement pension. Now you have to do something else. What do you want to do?
You were just
Go-
trying to put your
going
kids
rogue.
in college.
You're gonna go rogue?
Going rogue.
Oh, wow.
Oh shit.
Wow. Okay. So this has a requirement of entry of a dex test. You need a 6. You have a -1 penalty because you've been a cop all these years. There's only one career actually.
All right.
So it's actually only one loss.
Wow. Long's character took a turn.
I like it.
They took away his money, so now he takes away their rules.
Got a
You
7.
got it. You passed. Okay. So your assignments that you could choose from are thief. You steal from the rich and give to yourself actually. You could pick enforcer. You are a leg breaker, thug, or assassin for a criminal group, or you become a pirate. You're a space-going corsair.
I'll go with space pirate.
That a boy. I did think
Dude,
about doing
I
Pirates
can
of
sail our trip.
Drynax, but I felt like with the way we normally play that I think the Deepnight one probably fits our playstyle a little better than the crazy wide open sandbox stuff that Drynax can be. Even though Pirates of Drynax, like everything I read, everyone loves that campaign. So plus Deepnight's a little newer. So okay, so you're in. So let's do your basic training. So Long, you're on page 40 now for a rogue. So you go into the service skills table there, and you pick one of those skills listed under service skills for rogue to take at 0. I was very sad when Long didn't make commissioner.
Yeah, it was pretty sad.
But he brought us back by going rogue. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is great. He's a
Do you want the rest of us to do our regular training?
Yeah, go ahead and do your regular trainings,
I'll
guys.
grab deception.
Like I said, see how it gets easier? Like we kind of know the rhythm as long as there's like deception. Okay. This is at level 0, by the way.
Yeah.
Long. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Then you can do your regular training. So now roll on personal development, service skills, pirate, or what's your education?
It's only 8, so I can't do.
Okay. So yeah. So you have to choose between personal development, service skills, or pirate table to
I'll
roll
do
on.
pirate.
Give me a
Society
6
has
for the
wronged
admin
you.
Table.
That's going to be the tagline for Long's life story. Society wronged him. Now it's his turn.
I got another point in pirate. I mean, pilot, not pirate.
You got a point in pirate? Okay. All right. Okay, nice. So
I
Derek,
might
Ashley,
actually have-
Melissa, you good?
Too many skills because I rolled
Yep.
science.
I'm sorry?
Because
Melissa,
you know
you're
how
muted.
there's
Oh, you were counting. Sorry.
yeah, no, I was counting. Because there's the math of like how many you have.
Mhm.
And I just rolled science, which has like a
Yeah, that-
whole crap ton in and of itself. So I actually think I've hit the max of skills.
I
Well,
added all the science ones earlier as well.
Add 0, so add it as the number. So you don't add, so like literally add the number. So if you have science at 0, you're adding 0 to your skill total. All it means is that you're trained in it, like in terms of levels, skill levels. So I think it's the number you add together, and like that total has to equal your int plus education times whatever the hell it was.
Oh, not all the things you have at 0.
Yeah, I don't think
No,
the ones at
'cause-
0 count.
I think you add up your level.
I'll double check. I'll read it again. That's how I read it anyway.
Okay. Because I was going to say I'm going to have like 55 skills when I add all these sciences in.
No, I think it's the skill. I think it's skill ranks. It's you can only have so many skill ranks. Someone in chat might know too, so they can throw that out if they know. But that's how
oh my
I
gosh,
was
there's
reading it.
so much science.
Yes, science. Let's see, pirate. Obviously, the Deepnight Revelation HR department forgot to do reference checks. Oh, goodness.
Oh my gosh, there's 17 sciences.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. All right, so everyone do your regular training.
Yes.
All right.
Got another one.
What's up?
I said I got another one, so now my education's up to 11.
Nice. Let's go with survival rolls. So Long, you're a pirate now. You need to roll a dex at 6 to make to survive. The rest of you have the same thing you had last time.
6.
Ooh, barely Long.
I also made
Just
it.
like your first year as a cop, first year as a pirate was a rough one.
I did not.
All right, Melissa failed. Derek and Long passed. Ashley, how'd you do?
I passed.
All right, Melissa, you are what again? The hell
I
are
am
you, a scout?
Scout explorer.
Okay, so let's do your mishap first. So roll a d6 for your mishap.
Alrighty. That is a 5, which
All right.
is you have no idea what happened to you. They found your ship drifting on the fringes of friendly space.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, that's it. So write that down. Make sure you guys are writing all down your events, your mishaps and stuff, because that's where you're going to draw your connections to. Okay. And so you're out. We'll come back to you later. The rest of you roll for advancement. Oh no, I'm sorry. Let's do it. Do advance roll. My bad.
Events,
Ashley,
yeah.
you want to start us off?
Sure thing. 7. Life event.
table. Let's do it. Another D12. I think last time you had ending of relationship, so we'll do a different one this
I
time.
got 11.
So close to getting psionics. You needed a 12. Oh, it's a shame. 11 is crime. You commit or are the victim or are accused of a crime. Lose 1 benefit roll or take the prisoner career in your next term.
This is a life event.
This is a life event.
So I commit, I'm a victim or accused of.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose my benefit roll, so
It's not all of them. It's just 1 benefit roll. In this case.
Yeah, I'm not planning on going past term 6.
Okay, so then you're going to have to lose a benefit roll because it says take the prisoner career in your next term, which means you would have to take another term.
Oh.
So that means you're going to have to, so you have to lose a benefit roll now.
Okay.
Okay. So again, it's just minus 1 benefit roll. It's not, you don't lose all of them. It's just 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, being greedy. I don't want to lose those benefits rolls.
Okay. She's like,
I've been
I'm gonna get out with
lot.
nothing. I think I've got nothing in the bank so far.
It's a rough life. It's a rough life. Okay. All right. So that's Ashley's. Long, you ready to go in your new role as a rogue? This is exciting.
Let's see.
See what he's got.
Snake eyes right off the bat.
Oh no.
Disaster. Not a
Okay.
decade in career, but I got a mishap.
Yeah, so you don't get kicked out of the career, but you do have to roll a mishap. Oh no.
Just like my first year as a cop.
Wow.
It is. It really is.
Police detective or rival criminal forces you to flee. And vows to hunt me down. Enemy.
It's your old people. It's your old people coming to get you.
Oh,
That's
man.
perfect.
Oh god, gated enemy. Oh god, he's on the run now. Oh no. Oh man. This is long story. It's pretty great. This is so tragic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So then Derek, you're up. Noble.
All right, so I got a 6. So I become deeply involved in politics on my world of residence, becoming a player in the political intrigues of government. Gain 1 level in one of the following skills, but also gain a rival.
Okay.
I've just maxed out Persuade.
All right, so you're up to 4.
I'm up to 4.
Wow.
Oh my god, dude, that's so good. Okay,
I'm
right
basically
on.
Jedi mind trick. You will fill out the W2.
These are the TS reports you're looking for.
Where's the
Okay.
prisoner career at, Jeff?
It's a special page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's further on. It's on page 56. All right. Derek and Long, you can roll. Long, you can still roll for advancement because you didn't get ejected, so you can roll for advancement. Derek can as well. Melissa cannot. Ashley can as well. So roll for advancement.
Mine's a dex roll. So let's see.
I advanced.
Advance as
Oh
well.
my god.
Yay.
So Derek, you go to what?
I'm a
Supervisor
supervisor.
now?
Yeah.
Yep, and that's another bonus roll for you.
I get the special break room.
I
Okay.
also advance.
Okay, so Noble, Supervisor, so Rogue, you are a pirate, right? You become a henchman, Long.
Yeah, I'm a henchman. I'll take a gunner 1 as well as his bonus.
Nice. And again, Gunner should have. I think Gunner has subcategories, right?
Yeah, that's. Let me see.
So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, that's the capital artillery screen and turret.
So you get them all at 0, but you only get one
Okay.
of the specialties at 1. And then Ashley, you said you advanced as well.
Yeah.
So what? You're citizen, right? So what are you up to now?
3.
Okay, so you were a technician, and now you're nothing, but you do get another roll. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I choose to believe Long's headcanon is he was kicked out of law enforcement because he found out someone high up was dirty, and he went rogue and became a privateer trying to take down the crooked higher up who cost him his job and pension. I mean, it's
beautiful.
I think that works out. And somehow I think Derek's involved with that.
No.
He's been, you know what I mean?
I just take care. I just fill out forms. I don't see the names on them.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like, like maybe like at some point Long comes across like Derek has to ask him some questions. Maybe Derek didn't have any maliciousness involved in it, but he was like, you saw his signature on some forms when you were doing some investigative work, something like that. I swear this is what it's got to be. Okay, so Ashley, Derek, and Long, you can go ahead and take your extra advancement roll on the skills and training. So yeah, go back to the skills and training tables. Take another roll on them.
I got a 5, so I
Melissa,
got an extra 1 in profession.
No, I
Beautiful.
don't.
Pirate roll.
I'm drifting out, waiting to be found.
I like a Long's like pirate roll.
That's more melee.
All right, man. Dude, Long's gonna be crazy son of a bitch.
So okay, if I get any other things that boost persuade, I basically just lose out on it, right?
That is
Yeah.
correct.
Oh, all right. Then I'm probably just gonna do advanced education roll just to be safe.
You could also do personal development, maybe get some possibly.
Nah, I don't want to become a gambler. Oh, I'm really glad I picked that because otherwise I would have got persuade.
Okay, what'd you end up getting?
Art.
Of course you did.
Jeff, I'm gonna go to prison.
You're gonna do it? You're gonna go
Yeah,
to prison?
I'm gonna go to
All
prison.
Oh my
Maybe
goodness.
this. I feel like we're figuring out how people are coming together. Long's on the run from criminals. Derek has been doing some shady paperwork stuff for some people. Ashley's going to prison. Melissa's been a freaking drifter this whole time doing this, that. Like, I feel like we're seeing how the 4 of you come
Yeah.
together. Yeah. Like, this is so cool,
Oh.
actually. All right. So let's see. Ashley's leaving her career, so we got our benefits rolls to do for her.
I am leaving my career.
Melissa as well. Derek, were you going to leave Noble? Or are you
No,
staying in
I'm
Noble?
staying.
Why
love
do I
the high
ask that
life.
question? That's a question. Long, are you leaving the rogue life?
Of course not.
Okay, so all right, let's do Melissa since it's easier, and then we'll do Ashley's. Melissa, you're a scout, correct?
Yeah.
How many terms have you been a scout? 1 or 2?
2.
Okay, so, and what rank did you get?
I got to scout officially, which is rank 1.
Rank 1. So you would get a total of 3 rolls, 1 for each term, and then +1 bonus for your advancement.
Okay, so I'm gonna do cash benefits cash.
Okay, roll 3d6.
I'm gonna do.
Is that now? Hang on, before you roll. Remember the max of 3 cash rolls. Have you already done 2 cash rolls so far?
I have received 0 cash.
But you've done a cash roll.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So I think you can only do 1, right?
Yeah, I think so. All right. So cash
one
benefit.
cash. Do first one cash. The second 2 benefits. All right, what you got?
So 6
on the cash.
Yep.
50K.
All
Nice.
right.
It's as much as you can get as a scout.
And
Okay,
then
what are your
Hey, that's what I
benefits?
got.
And 5.
6 and a 5. 6, you get a scout ship.
And 5, I get a
A
scout ship
weapon. No, 5 is a weapon.
for benefits.
y-
Oh, sorry, I was
Because
reading
there's
7
there's
and
a
6.
7 tier. Yeah, you get a
that's
scout
right.
ship and a weapon.
All right.
So again, page 47 will give you. So just write down vaguely what it is, and we'll kind of come back to it off air and kind of get the specifics out. With
See,
shopping
I get
and stuff like
nothing.
that.
I get nothing. I get nothing, and I end with a ship.
And now you're living the dream, like the free life. You did some dangerous exploration. Now you got your own ship. You've got some weapons. You've got some cash in your pocket, and now it's
You got
just,
some enemies to run from.
Sure, but you're under no one's boot. No one's telling you what to do, right?
It's true.
And somehow you get caught up in this strange scheme
With
this,
Derek, the Uber administrator.
this rich guy administrator who somehow has been helping some seedy law enforcement conglomerate that has screwed Long out of his pension and framed him for some kind of horrible crime. And has done
framed
now the
Ashley.
same to Ashley somehow. There is some
Sent her to
horrible
prison.
criminal syndicate that's part law enforcement. Oh man, this is great. This is great. All right, let's do Ashley's now. So Ashley, we're doing citizen, correct?
Yeah, benefit rolls for yeah.
And how many terms have you spent in citizen?
4 terms in citizen,
Okay, what's your rank?
3.
Okay, so you get 6 rolls.
Right. Thank you for the raid, Murder Hobos and Chocobros.
I love that title. This is not the first time I've heard of Hobos and Chocobos. Thank you so much. Hobos.
Okay,
Oh, thank you
so
for the
I've
raid.
already done 1 cash roll. So I'm going to do cash, 4 benefits cash.
Okay, so the first and last of the
Are cash.
66 are your cash. Okay,
Yeah.
go for it. I got you. All right, let's hear it.
So my cash is 3 and 6.
Okay, so 3 is 10,000, 6 is 50,000. So a total
Oh,
of 60,000 cash. Very nice. All right, now give me your benefits.
Okay, so for my benefits, I've got 1164.
So 2 ship shares. And then another 2 ship shares with the 6. So 4 ship shares. And then what was the last one?
4.
And a gun.
And a gun. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
You're right. This was an emotional roller coaster cross with a train wreck. I really think I don't know, maybe I'm overstating it, but I think it's really cool how like a narrative has really emerged with like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
like with Unit 4, the roles. It's really fun. It's really, really fun. Okay. So we got your benefits rolls. Let's do aging for everybody. That was our 6th term. So
Yep,
that means
so
it's a
-6.
-6.
-6.
Everybody go ahead and roll. If you got a 0 or a negative number. That thing's
Oh gosh. Oh no.
Oh my god.
We were doing well and not anymore.
Okay,
Oh,
I
God.
got a
well,
negative
42
1.
is ancient, as we know. Absolutely decrepit. Okay. I saw some -1s.
also
Who's
got
got the
-1, yeah.
-1s? Long
Me
and
and
Ashley?
Long. Yeah.
Okay. Both of you have to reduce 2 of your physical characteristics, so strength, dex, or endurance, by 1.
Okay.
This is not the same as an injury. We'll talk about anagathics in a second, but just do that for now.
So do you
Melissa-
reduce the max, or is it like damage?
No, it's max. You reduce your max.
Could I reduce 1 by 2?
No.
Okay.
It says 2 physical characteristics by 1.
Got it.
And I rolled a -4.
Reduce 2 physical characteristics by 2. Reduce 1 physical characteristic by 1.
Oh my god.
So 2 physical by 2, 1 physical by 1.
Correct.
So all physical are getting reduced.
Correct. It's aging. Yeah.
You threw your back out playing Marco Polo.
And you're good, right, Derek?
Yeah, I got a 1. I'm
Wow.
okay.
Ooh, just sneaking past on that one.
Those green juices that I drink, with my food are really helping.
Okay, so let me read a passage to those of you who just suffered some problems. So there's in the game, there's what's called anagathics. At the start of any career term, a traveler can start taking these types of drugs by rolling social standing 10 plus. However, if you roll 2 exactly, you must instead go straight to the prison career in this term. While using these drugs, the traveler effectively does not age. Add the number of terms since the traveler started taking these drugs as a positive DM to rolls on the aging table. If a traveler stops taking these drugs for any reason in the future, then they must roll immediately on the aging table as the shock of their system beginning to age again strikes. Now, these drugs have 2 drawbacks. First, the combined risk of trying to obtain a reliable supply into the disruption to their biochemistry means the traveler must make 2 survival checks in each term instead of 1. If either or both checks are failed, the traveler suffers a mishap. Second, the drugs cost 1d6 times 25,000 credits for each term the traveler uses the drugs. These costs are paid out of the traveler's eventual cash benefits. If the traveler cannot pay these bills, they go into debt. Now, I should also point out that the campaign that we hopefully will get to run, if everything aligns, is going to take us to deep freaking space away from places where you might more easily acquire these drugs, which are already not easy to acquire to begin with. So the likelihood of these being available to you on the ship are probably pretty low. So they're pricey and they're dangerous to take, but they can potentially help you with aging. Okay. So anyway.
So I'm done.
So Melissa, you're out. You're done.
I
Okay.
had a couple because I had strength at 10, endurance at 11, and dex at 7. And so I dropped the 2 double digits by 2 and the dex by the 1. So
Okay. So
I'm
Melissa's
calling it.
last, I mean, you did just get your ship, so it makes sense. You got your ship, you got your cash. It took a long time. It took a lot out of you. But hey, you ended with a ship and some cash. And yeah, you're getting chased by some people. And somehow you're tied up in some strange conspiracy involving some kind of law enforcement agency and syndicate that's doing some bad things. But at least you're out. At least you're free. Okay. Now, Ashley, you're going to prison. So we know Ashley's moving on. Derek and Long, are you two moving on for a 7th term?
Yeah, I think I got one more in me.
Long's got another one, Derek.
Some cabinet members are still serving in their late 70s, so I'm gonna go.
That's all right. Yes. Okay. Let me Ashley, what page did they give you for the prisoner thing again?
Prisoner is page 57 or 56, physical
much.
book.
Thank you. Okay. You do not have to qualify for this.
Yeah, I just
Derek,
go.
I'm
You
presuming
just
you're
go to
staying
prison.
as noble. Long, I'm presuming you're staying as pirate. We have no qualification rules that are necessary here. The 2 of you, Derek and Long, go ahead and roll your normal training. Pick one of your skills and training tables. Roll a d6. Take your benefit. Ashley, you are a prisoner. Every society has its bad apples, and even in the far future, punishments usually take place within faceless institutions where criminals can be conveniently forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
So qualification is special. One does not qualify for prison. You get sentenced there for a crime you may or may not have committed. So you have to choose an assignment. Inmate, where you just try to get through your time in prison without getting into trouble. Or thug, you are part of a gang in prison, terrorizing the other inmates. Or fixer, you can arrange anything for the right price.
I like to think I got framed, so I'm just an inmate.
Okay, so you're an inmate. Okay. So,
Because I'm not smart enough to be a fixer.
So service skills, take a look at the table, pick one at 0. So athletics, deception, profession, streetwise, melee, specifically unarmed, or persuade.
Do I
At
have
0.
melee? Okay, I'm going to get melee.
So specifically at unarmed, it says.
Yep.
Okay. So now go ahead and roll on your...
Oh, I have that. Just kidding.
Yeah, you have your...
I'm getting a deception.
Okay, so deception at 0. So then you get to do your normal training. So you would roll on either personal development, service skills, or inmate. One of those 3 tables, actually.
Let's do personal development.
Go for it.
3. I got endurance +1. Nice, because I
Which
just
is-
reduced it by 1.
It's also what your survival roll is, too.
Yeah.
Because we
Not
know
for
you want
me.
to stay in the prisoner. For an inmate, it is, yeah. Inmate survival is 7+.
Oh, yeah. No, I got that mixed up. Whoops. Endurance.
Okay. So everyone's got their regular training. Let's do some survival rolls then. Derek, Long, same one as you did last time. Ashley, you're rolling endurance.
I survived.
Attaboy. Those damn
I got a 9.
I also
space
survived.
Cups.
I survive.
Okay, everyone survives. Melissa, you're out. Melissa died long ago. No more Melissa. She's gone. She's somewhere distant. Okay.
Sipping drinks on a beach.
Okay, so let's do events. Ashley's the new one, so we'll start with her. Ashley, roll 2d6s.
3.
There you go. Long and Ashley's connection is that one of Long's crew is in prison with Ashley at the same time. There you go. That can work. 3. Oh boy.
I have the opportunity to escape the prison. If you take this opportunity, either roll stealth 10+ or deception 10+. Succeed and you leave this career. Fail and raise your parole threshold by +2.
Oh boy.
What's my
Oh,
parole
boy.
threshold?
That's a great question.
Because
Let's
I got
see.
framed. It was from a life event.
Looking.
I don't have stealth. I just took deception at 0.
Those of you who are in chat who have done prisoner terms before, what is parole threshold?
Which you need to roll to get out of prison, is what
Okay.
chat says.
So I don't see where the rolls are though for that. I see advance. Is it the same thing as advance? No, it can be advancement.
I wonder what the starting number is then.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I don't see a
Traveler's
starting-
parole threshold starts at 1d + 2.
1d + 2. Okay.
The end
So
of
it would
each
be-
term in the prisoner career, if the traveler's advancement roll is greater than their parole threshold, it means their prison sentence has come to an end and they leave this career. Otherwise, they may not leave the career and must continue in it for another term.
Awesome. Where'd you find that?
Page 52.
Yeah. Thanks,
52.
Faceless.
Okay.
52. Got it. Okay. All right. So yours would have an extra +2 on top of that then, Ashley.
Okay.
What did you decide? Stealth? So wait, well, you have the opportunity. You can choose not to take the opportunity. I assume this is if you take this opportunity. So you can
I
just
don't
deny.
have the skills, so I'm just not going to take it.
That's coward talk.
Sorry.
That's some coward talk right there.
You
That's
can't
just-
bully me into taking it,
I'm,
Jeffrey.
I'm trying to have a good show here. I guess Ashley just doesn't want to have a good show. I guess doesn't want to entertain people out in the audience. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Let's see. Who's next? Noble. Let's do a noble event.
All right, we got a 9. Oh, all right. Your reign is acclaimed by all as being fair and wise. Or in the case of I'm not going to even try and pronounce that. You sponge off your family's wealth a while longer. Blah blah blah. Either gain a jealous relative or unhappy subject as an enemy, but I gain +2 mod to my next advancement roll.
That's nice. Okay, so you got a new. Okay, so you got a new enemy, but in return you get a +2 to your advancement roll in a second. Okay, awesome.
Right.
Long, you are on rogue. Give us a rogue event.
Let's do it. Got a 6 this time. I have the opportunity to backstab a fellow rogue for personal gain. If I do, DM +4. If I refuse, they're an ally.
Okay,
Ooh.
yeah. Do you want a new ally, or do you want to try to increase your rank more easily?
That's my advancement roll, Dex.
Yeah, Dex for a pirate. No, I'm sorry. No, advancement is intellect.
Oh, it's it. Okay. Mine's pretty good. I'm gonna go for an ally here.
Okay, nice. So write that down. You had an opportunity, but you chose. It's because you have that moral certitude. You might not be a cop anymore, right? But somewhere deep down, even though you're a pirate, you have a code, right?
Yeah.
Like there's certain lines you won't cross. You
I've
got
been crossed already.
backstabbed.
I'm not gonna backstab someone else.
Yeah, you know what it feels like to be backstabbed. You ain't gonna backstab anybody. Okay. All right. Ashley, have you made a decision? You said no, you're not doing it, right?
I'm not doing
the stream. You're ruining the stream, the channel.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Derek and Long, you guys both get your. Well, actually, no. Derek gets the bonus to your DM to your advancement roll. So go ahead and roll your advancement with a +4. Long, you're doing yours normal, and Ashley.
I am also rolling my advancement roll.
I got it.
I advanced.
Sweet. So
my advancement roll is 9.
all right. Long, let's start with you. Long, what rank did you move up to?
Rank 2. I'm a corporal now.
So you're now a corporal. Beautiful. And you can do another roll on your skills and training. Then Derek, you are what level?
I believe
now?
I'm a manager, level rank 3.
And you gain advocate at 1.
Yep.
3 is a big one too, because 3 actually gives you an extra bonus roll too. That's the cutoff point, so that'll be nice. Okay, so then let me look at this prisoner thing again. So prisoners of special career.
Pirate roll.
It says
Or
1d
melee.
+2 is my current
Yeah,
parole threshold.
I think that happens after like the advancement roll is what I'm guessing.
Long, I like how you
It's because it's
switched
trying
over
to leave the career, so I think it's happening after like the advancement roll still. Okay, so what did your roll for advancement?
9.
So you passed.
Okay, cool.
So you went up to rank 1. Okay. Which doesn't give you any bonuses. All right, so then leaving the prisoner career. Traveler may not normally leave or be ejected. You have a parole threshold at the end of each term in the prisoner career if the traveler's advancement roll is greater than their parole threshold, etc. Ashley, roll a d6 +2. This is your starting parole threshold.
So it's a d6.
+2, yeah.
5.
Okay, so your starting threshold is a 5. Okay.
And I rolled a 9.
And you rolled a 9, so 9 is greater than 5. So your prison sentence has come to an end, and you can leave this career.
Bless.
Okay, so you didn't spend 4 years in prison.
Yeah, that's
okay.
a solid. I'm out of time, Jeffrey.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you also get an extra roll before you leave, by the way, since you did make your advancement roll. So do another one on either personal development, service skills, or the inmate table.
Personal development. I got a 5, so my EDU +1.
You took some courses. You took some personal advancement courses while you were in prison.
I just had those like free Bibles that they always give prisoners.
Nice. Okay. All right. So I think everyone's done with their advancement at this point.
Yeah.
We're towards the end of this term. Let's so it's at the end of the term.
I'm cashing out. I'm done.
Okay. She still has to do, I think she still needs
Do you
to do
get
an
a
age
benefit
right?
roll when you leave?
I do. I get 1.
She does. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so go ahead and go ahead and roll it. So you get 1d6. You've already used up your cash, I think.
Yeah, I did. I'm
So,
rank
yeah.
1. I don't get anything from that, do I?
Yes, you do actually. You get an extra rank 1 is the minimum for 1 bonus roll. So
I get 2 rolls.
2 rolls, yeah.
Two
So
benefit rolls.
Yeah, here you go.
So I got a 2 and a 5.
A 2 is a blade. A 5 is you can take a level in melee, recon, or streetwise.
Nice.
I like how you take your shank with you.
Yeah.
I'm
Now
gonna
it makes
level up
sense.
my blade because I took my shank with me.
Yeah. You get blade. I think it is it's not the level blade, like, but that's what you're leveling up your melee, right?
Yeah, I have it already.
Yeah. And then blade is an item, like when I said blade. Okay.
But there's also melee blade.
There's also melee
so I
blade,
just
yeah.
picked that because that's funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Derek, are you hanging out in Noble?
Let's see. If I wanted to get, I would have to get 2 more advancements to get the next tier of goodies, right?
Let's see. You just got manager, and so
Right.
you have made it to number 3. So like basically getting to rank 3 gives you +2 bonus rolls. Because getting rank 1 or 2 only gives you +1, but getting to rank 3 gives you +2.
Yeah.
So right now you'd be sitting at something like 5 rolls on the noble table or something like that. So you would
What
need
about-
2 more to get to leadership. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot of.
And also to get
aging
pension.
dodge.
Also to get pension too.
Yeah, is the pension? I mean, if I had not lost my first career, the pension might be worth it. I don't know. This is a tough choice.
Although, are we going to be able to get the pension because you have to be near?
I'll
like,
figure something out. We'll
okay.
figure something out.
Let's see. What am I? 46 right now.
I know you are ancient. You are literally going to keel over and die
Shut up.
right now.
It's such a hard choice.
I can't believe you made it this far.
Yeah, I think I'll back out with my health.
Okay, you're out. Okay, I think we still have to do aging rolls at the end of the term, though. So I think you
Yep,
do have one more
we
aging roll.
do.
We'll do that in a
Yeah.
second. Long, you are the last man standing. Are we continuing to go? Is Long staying true, trying to get that
I guess
captain?
it depends on this aging roll, right? I can determine that. Or do I have to?
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I'm
can figure
fine
out
with
the
you.
end.
I'm fine with you
Yeah.
doing that first. Let me
End of
get
the
my.
term.
It's that time where I gotta
Roll
switch
well,
over
Long.
as my Bluetooth is kicking out.
Roll well, Long. And
Let's
Derek.
go.
So we're doing 2d6 minus 7.
Yes, you are.
Okay. What did I miss?
Nothing.
Just announcing, and we're doing 2d6 minus 7.
I got a 0. That's not good.
That's the mildest.
I got a
one.
1.
Positive is good.
All right, Long.
-1.
Oh,
You guys crushed it. Derek, even a 0 is not that bad. You reduce 1 physical characteristic by 1. That is really not that bad comparatively, right? And Ashley and Long, you both got 1s, or would you get?
-1.
I got a 1.
got
Ashley, you're fine. Somehow prison life didn't really, in your 40s, didn't really get to you.
That was like the most relaxed I've been my whole life.
Yeah. Long, 2 physical characteristics reduced by 1. Oh my God.
Right.
What am I doing in my hair right now? What?
there you go.
What is that?
Oh,
No, that looks terrible. I'm sorry. I didn't spend all these years, months, or whatever the hell long it's been. Who knows? Time doesn't work anymore. Okay. So, Long, with that in mind, are you gonna keep going, or are
I got
you?
one more turn. Let's do it.
It's just Long now. We're going into this is number 7. Oh, this is great. So
8.
Oh,
I
this is
think?
8.
this
We're
is
in
8?
term
This is
8,
8.
Jeff.
Sorry, we're going.
Yeah.
We just finished 7. All right, let's do.
Yeah.
We got benefits rolls to do for Derek though. Let's do those first. So Derek, how many terms have you been a noble?
I think I was in it from term. Hold on, I wrote it down somewhere. I think from term 3 onward, because I got kicked out of the broker at term 3.
Okay, so that was 7. So 3, 4. So so you started as a noble in term 4.
I believe so.
He started new career on term 4. Yeah.
So 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 4. You've been a noble for 4 terms. You have rank 3, which is 2 bonus rolls, since that means you have 6 total rolls on the noble chart. Have you done any cash rolls yet?
Yeah, the first one when I was a scout, when I got that 50K. So I guess I'll do the first 2 as cash. That'll clear them all out, and then the final 4, if I remember correctly,
That is
will be
correct.
benefits.
That is correct. Okay, let's get those
Oh,
first
I'm
2.
excited. All right, so I have to roll 66.
Yes, and the first 2 will be your caches. I
All
see a couple
right.
6. I see a 6. I see a 6.
Ooh.
You got a 2 and a 6.
All right, so a 2 is 10,000 and a 6 is 100.
All right.
You got
A
110,000.
lot of money.
That's on top of what you already had.
Shit, plus your 50K.
Beautiful.
Wow. You're rich.
All right, now my benefits, I got 215. So 2 ship shares, 3 total ship shares. What's a task membership?
Task membership. You're a member of the Travelers Aid Society, a private organization that maintains hostels and facilities at all Class A and B starports in many parts of human space. Facilities are available at reasonable cost to members and their guests. Receipt of membership in the Travelers Aid Society as a benefit may be construed as a reward for heroism or extraordinary services to the society rather than an official benefit from a career. Membership is for life and not transferable. Membership may also be purchased for MCR 1, although it is possible for an application to be, quote, blackballed by an existing member. The Travelers Aid Society is an exclusive organization made up of those who are truly citizens of the galaxy, not just a single world.
Oh, see, you fill out enough forms and you're just a citizen of the universe.
Look the other way when you process some of those forms.
Okay.
Benefits come your way.
And so Ashley, we already did yours for prison. Yep. And so Derek, Melissa, Ashley are now done with their terms, and we've got another one with Long.
How old am I?
So that was 7. So we just finished up 7. So times 4 is 28. So 46.
Plus 18. Okay.
Derek and Ashley are 46. Melissa, you are 42.
Yeah.
And Long will be 50, assuming he doesn't die. Yeah. Okay. So hey, Game On Steve. Yeah, this is our character creation ep. This has been so much fun. We've got Long started out as a cop.
I got drafted. So was my
yes,
choice.
You got drafted into being law
failed
enforcement.
Trying to go to what did you try to do?
What you wanted to be?
Try to go to the Marines.
Yeah.
And failed.
Yeah, they're like, sorry, you're not hardcore enough. So they put you at you were a cop, law enforcement. You were there for a long time, detective, lieutenant. And when you were on the cusp of your your pension, your 20-year pension, someone stabbed him in the back, kicked him out of the freaking thing, and now he's become a space pirate. And he's being chased all around by some sort of criminal agency. Derek is has been kind of a corporate noble administrating stooge who somehow through his messing around with paperwork here and there has somehow gotten wrapped up into this web of some kind of law enforcement criminal conspiracy. Ashley's been to prison cause of it. And Melissa has been a drifter all these years and has probably more than once run into.
Remember, I started early, if you remember, as a performer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still deciding exactly what I was doing.
Okay.
And then I disappeared from public life and went and meandered.
Maybe you were black. Maybe you saw something as a performer that you shouldn't have seen.
Well, I did piss off that political leader.
I know. And maybe that political leader was somehow tied in with this big old law enforcement conspiracy, and you've been laying low your whole life.
The political leader was of the political movement I joined in the military.
Oh my gosh.
And I got framed because of it.
For when you were a kid, when you were a young, naive kid.
And that's why I went to prison.
Oh gosh.
There you go.
This is great. Okay. All right, Long. Rogue one more time, huh?
Let's do it.
All right, buddy. Let's do your skills and training. So pick one of the tables, roll your D6.
Do personal development.
Okay.
Gun combat. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh.
It's a good one. Did you already have it? I'm assuming as a cop for 20 years.
Actually didn't.
You didn't have gun combat?
Yeah.
He never fired his weapon. That's how good of a cop he was. Okay. So let's do your. I guess it's survival roll time.
All right.
Well, no. If you don't have any gun combat, you get all gun combat at 0. Remember?
Oh yeah.
You move it all over because there's a couple different kinds.
Okay.
There's laser, slug, etc.
There's a lot.
I got Dex here. So
Dex, you need a 6.
Survived.
There you go. Okay, let's roll that event.
Event.
Long has really like committed to 2 careers in his life.
5. One of my
your-
crimes pays off. Gain DM +2 to any 1 benefit roll, and gain your victim as an enemy.
Okay. Who's your victim? It's got to be one of those law enforcement guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe an old guy. Okay, so you got an enemy. So write that down, and then you will get +2 to a benefit roll. And that's how you get those like 7s and stuff that you guys see. Okay. So you made your survival roll, got your event. Let's roll for advancement.
All right, fingers crossed here. This is the big one.
This is an int, need a 6. Come on, man. We're all rooting for you. That's a great roll.
Yeah.
All
Hell
right.
yeah.
So that brings you up to what rank now?
Rank 3. I'm a sergeant again.
You're a sergeant again.
Let's go.
Yes. Gun combat 1. So you can take up gun combat 1 or melee 1. And again, because you're going to 1, you have to pick a specialty for that one.
Okay.
Man's got to know his limitations. Okay. So you got that. Also do your extra training since you got an advancement. So roll on one of your skills and training tables.
Let's do more personal.
Okay. Carouse. Okay. Been drinking. Developing a drinking problem later in life. Whatever your character's name is, everyone's just call him Sarge or something like that. Sarge has to be part
nickname.
of your name.
All right.
Yes.
I mean, you've been Sarge 2 different ways now, right? Okay. Okay. So that is the end of your career here, or end of this term. So that was term 8, right? Okay. So, we gotta do aging. So
Are you staying or are you leaving?
Are you staying? You leaving?
Well, let's age a bit.
okay. So 2d6 minus 8. Oh God.
This could go. So
He's gonna keep
bad.
rolling fine, and then he's gonna finally do.
Oh no!
Okay, that
Minus
all right,
3.
We're out now. I
right.
think we're out now. All right. So -3 is reduce 1 physical characteristic by 2, and reduce 2 physical characteristics by 1.
All right.
Got it.
I'll do Dex by 2. Others by 1.
Okay, the others by 1. All right. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. Let's. But we got some
You
benefits
went
rolls.
so long.
I'm
without
proud of you,
being-
buddy. 50
Yeah.
years old, right?
Sheesh.
I think he's 50. I'm
Yeah.
proud of you. I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. All right, let's do some benefits rolls. So you've been a rogue for how many terms?
2.
3.
3?
Oh, my 3rd term, yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay, and then you hit rank 3 because you advanced every single time.
Of course I
Nice.
did. I'm home, dude. It's just lackeys.
You have 5.
It's the confidence.
Okay, you have 5 benefit rolls, but we should do them. We should separate one out. Now, you have 5 benefit rolls. How many cash rolls have you done so far in
I've
your
already
life?
done my 3 cash, so I can't do cash anymore.
Okay, so all of them are going to be benefits. Now, one of them you get a +2 on. So do you want to do
Okay.
that right off the bat? Let's just do that 1d6 separate.
Okay.
So d6 +2 for the first one. Oh,
Oh,
8.
Oh.
That's an 8.
roll 2 d6s.
What?
Ledge.
You have that's 6 total, right? Yeah, you have
Yeah.
6 ship shares.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay. It was 2d ship shares. That's what he gets. All right. So now roll 4 more d6s for the rest of your benefits. Yes, exactly. He's a master criminal. Oh man, but non-violent crimes.
He
How many
no,
more?
he goes after the criminals. Other criminals are scared of him.
So you have 4 more benefits rolls.
4 more.
Yeah, 4d6. This has been. Oh, I agree, Arbin. This has been a hell of a ride for long. It's
A
been
ship
great.
share is a
1, 2,
million
3, 5.
credits.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 5. What? Say it again.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 5.
1 is another ship share. Okay, and then you said
Gosh.
2. You said 2.
Yeah.
That's a weapon. 5 is armor. And then what was the last one?
A
3. So his
3?
int goes up by 1.
3, yeah.
3
3.
and +1. Yeah. So I got to think about what we're going to do with the ship shares, how it's going to play out. I'm going to read it into it some more and see how it kind of plans out, and see what we can do. I think there was someone I think Australia says it was like a pension thing. Like we can, like, can't you turn them in for pensions or something like that? You were saying, so you could potentially get your pension that way.
Rules
Or
is written, they can't be redeemed for cash, but
we'll find something to do.
at least
with
core rulebook.
Yeah, we might have to house rule it for the adventure.
Yeah, because, or we can, like, I don't know, because since you're gonna be, because when we get to the full campaign, you're gonna be, yeah, I mean, you're gonna be on a capital ship, so I don't know. I'm gonna give it some thought. I gotta give it some thought. We'll cash out some
Who
ideas
knew
afterwards.
someone would have so many ship shares in this character creation?
I mean, Ashley and Derek have some too. So
Yeah,
there's a
I have
Yeah,
5
yeah.
ship shares.
I mean, y'all have shares of a ship. I just have a ship.
Oh, wow. So yeah, that's what I want to look into, Faceless, to see if like Deepnight has any sort of options for ship shares. I have like the legacy thing prepped, like the prologue, and I've read most of the campaign guide, but I want to look through it again now that we've done creation and I know specifically what to look for. So I'll have a solution. We'll chat it out. We'll figure out a solution. And we'll see if there's any sort of recommendations for it. Okay. So we have completed the terms. Now, what we'll do is, because it's late, we've been playing for 3 hours. So there are a couple different ways that you guys can get connections, or additional skills now. One is through connections. So everyone basically is going to be able to get, you're going to be able to draw 2 connections and get kind of 2 skill ranks and stuff by tying events and mishaps you've had in your past to other people. And since we all have sort of different terms, so I think Long went the longest, right? He had term 8. He had 8 terms, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we can, since we've went so many terms, we don't. I'm not going to try to get all of this done right now. We've been playing for 3 hours. I think we're all getting kind of tired. Ashley, you went 7. Is that right?
I went 7, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to work it out. 7. So that's Long. So as we sort of backtrack where everybody is in
Derek
terms.
did 7, and Melissa did 6.
Okay. And so what we'll be able to do is like, what we look at is like, even though we all started the same, at the same time, Melissa is younger. So when you guys all meet, Melissa's the youngest, Long's 50, Ashley and Derek are the same age. So Melissa did 6, you said?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So when we try to make connections between events and stuff in our past, what we'll do is like, we'll count backwards. So like, for instance, like Long, what were you doing like 3 terms ago? Well, 3 terms ago for Long is like his 6th term, whereas 3 terms ago for Ashley is her 5th term, whereas 3 terms ago for Melissa is 4th terms. And that's how like we can kind of line up in the timeline and stuff. And we can kind of do this. So we'll sort of, that's why I was asking you guys to keep track of your terms. I think we have a general idea of what kind of the story and the weaving together is, but we'll try to tie that up specifically, and we'll figure out what connection skills you get from that. And so we'll kind of stitch that together off air and get the specifics down. There's still equipment to buy. Again, we'll do that off air, and I want to get you guys some options from the central supply catalog too, because there are additional options there that you might be able to want. And then the last thing we'll do before we leave tonight is we'll talk about your skill packages. So this is the last thing we'll do. Yeah, Deepnight Revelation is basically like a base, and so it's gonna have like these different scouts. So I want to see if it's possible to maybe have like, maybe they do have a ship and like it's on Deepnight, or whether it's better to just use Deepnight scout ships or something like that. So that's what I want to dig into some more. That's one of the reasons I kind of like Deepnight, for a couple of reasons. First, it was away from the specific Central Imperium stuff. Like, we're going to deep space. I like the idea of an exploration campaign, but also I like the idea of having a base to come back to and having the potential to sort of develop recurring NPCs over a long period of time. I think there's some interesting things we could potentially do there. So, so there are 8 different skills packages we can pull from. For us, I think the 2 that make most sense that we should decide between are either the Explorer package, because this is going to be an exploration campaign, which includes astrogation, electronics, gun combat, medic, pilot, recon, stealth, and survival. Or starship skills package, since we are going to be on a big old capital ship. And we're gonna be in sort of space a lot. I think those two probably make the most sense. And the starship skills package has astrogation, electronics, engineer, gunner, mechanic, medic, pilot, and tactics, naval. Now, skills packages provide rank 1 of the skill. So I'll go through.
Everybody picks one, and we kind of go
right.
around
So
until we've used them all.
So I figure you guys got a lot of skills. Take a look at what you have, and maybe we pick the one where we're going to get the most benefit from in terms of what people don't have.
Does anybody have
page
medic?
are you on?
This is on page 50 if you want to look at it in the PDF.
50.
Yeah, I have medic, but it's not one. It's just medic.
I think Explorer or Starship makes the most sense. I think Explorer thematically, once we get into the full campaign, is really, it's an exploration campaign. That's why I liked it. So I think that one makes the most sense. But I think Starship, is a reasonable alternative. But we have to pick one of those two packages. And I'll leave it to you guys to make the final call between the two of those.
So astrogation's the same. Electronics is the same.
Yeah.
Medic's the same.
I already have astrogation 1, and I've got persuade 4.
Yeah.
Oh wait, sorry, I got the wrong one.
You guys all don't get those. Like, you take turns like picking which one you want. So
yeah.
someone else
Right.
could also get it too.
Does somebody have pilot 1 already?
Jahanan,
Well,
thank
that's
you for the
involved.
raid. Appreciate it very much. We've been doing some Traveler character creation tonight. We're getting near the
I
end.
would like to get pilot.
So if you want pilot, both of them have it. So
Yeah.
is there a skill that somebody wants that maybe one of those packages has? Maybe that could be a way we tie break.
Does anybody have mechanic?
I have what do
I have mechanic, but it's 0.
Okay.
I don't have mechanic.
Okay.
We could also take that.
I think I'm leaning a little towards this because Explorer gives you like stealth and survival and recon, whereas Starship gives you more like naval tactics, gunner, mechanic.
Yeah, I like Starship as well.
Yeah, I like
Okay.
Starship.
Yeah.
What were you all playing tonight, Jahanan? It's been a lot of fun doing this Traveler stuff. Oh my god. Okay, so we're doing Starship?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to? I mean, like, we're all friends. Do we want to just do? Who wants to? Is there one specific skill somebody wants, like, really, really strongly from that list?
So we're getting this at 1,
Mm-hmm.
just out the gate.
Yeah, but we take
But
turns.
we take turns,
You
so,
pick.
like-
So it's a pool, and once one.
Yeah.
So like Ashley hypothetically could pick astrogation. Now astrogation is off the table, and then Derek picks, and maybe he picks engineer. Engineer's now off the table, right? And so, is there one specific skill on that list that one of you really wants? It's like that you feel like this is the one I would really like.
No, I'm kind of okay just going down the list and kind of seeing who wants what as like. So like first up is astrogation 1. Like who wants?
You can pick
astrogation?
in whatever.
I'll take electronics. Then I can put my comms up to 1 and maybe use my persuasion skills to help us avoid combat.
Perfect. Go for it. Okay. So electronics is gone. All right. Who wants to pick next?
I can do engineer.
Okay.
And I'll do life support.
Okay. Long or Melissa, is there one you want to pick next?
I wouldn't mind astrogation 1.
Noah Varden? Well, I'll look it up on
Cool
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter
John.
game. Nice.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
I'll take naval tactics.
So you're going to take tactics, okay? Melissa, which one did you take?
Pick
Astrogation.
astrogation.
All right.
So we have gunner, mechanic, medic, and pilot.
I would be fine with either pilot or medic.
Do you have a point in pilot?
I have a level 0 small craft pilot, but not regular pilot.
Oh, okay.
Pilot 1. So pilot 1 means you would put a point in one specific type of piloting.
Which I'm assuming would be spacecraft.
Could be anything you want.
I only see capital ship's another one.
Yeah.
I'll do gunner or mechanic.
We are going to be on a capital ship. You technically could potentially, at some point, who knows? It might be required for you to pilot the ship. Who knows? I don't know. So Ashley, what did you pick? Gunner?
Either gunner or mechanic, whatever Long doesn't want. I'm kind of leaning towards mechanic.
I think Long has Gunner already for something.
Yeah, I already have Gunner.
I have some gunner too.
All right, so I've heard electronics for sure, engineer for sure, astrogation for sure, and tactics for sure. So the first round is in the books. So then we still have like medic, pilot.
Oh wait, I don't have gunner. Do I want gunner?
So we have medic, pilot, mechanic, and gunner left.
Yeah, and we do still have our connections that we can
Right.
get creative with
Which
later.
I think we should do off air as we start
Yeah.
like tracking back through our events.
Should I just take medic? Because nobody really seems to want medic, so I can just take medic.
Okay.
Okay.
Take it.
Can I get mechanic? Does anybody want that?
It's all yours, Ashley. Okay. Derek or Long, do you have strong feelings towards gunner or pilot? And Long, even though you have gunner, by the way, you can take because this is gunner 1, which means you can put that point into a different specialty. Because I know you have gunner specialty 1.
Yeah, you could make like gunner capital 1.
Yeah, I'll just up a Gunner.
Okay. And so you can take another pilot then, Derek.
Okay.
All right. And so that's it. The skills
We are
packages. And so the last thing, and we'll do this, the last 2 things that we have to concern ourselves with are equipment, which we'll do off air,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll kind of work out your ship shares and things, and then connections. So we'll go back through your events. Everyone is going to be able to create connections to do 2 different characters. So using our events and the mishaps that we had along the way.
And we'll share a skill.
And that means you'll share a skill as well. So like there's other ways of getting it. Okay?
I think this was a ton of fun. I like this a lot.
Yes.
That was a fun creation.
Yeah. It's intense. It's like its own game. Like it's its own
Yeah,
game,
pretty much.
right? You know, it's pretty intense. Okay. So I think we're good to go. We're going to start hopefully next week with the first, our first session, because we're starting with, what's it called? Deepnight Legacy, which is like the prologue sort of to the campaign that sort of explains how your crew gets involved in this big old thing. And we're not on the big ship yet. We're just doing a thing. I'm not going to spoil it, but something happens, and we'll see how you get there. And then we'll kind of get going from there. So, did you guys like this? This is fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, good time.
This was
3.5
fun.
hours.
Yeah.
All right.
3.5 hours. Holy
I know.
shit.
Crazy, right?
We've lived how many years? For
That's true.
30,
18
38
to
years
50?
for me.
The oldest person is Long, so Long's at 50, so he's lived 30. That was 32. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for us then. Let's see what else we got going on. Tomorrow, you catch me, Ashley, Melissa, Long. We're playing One Ring tomorrow at 5 Central back here on this channel. Monday, Melissa and I will be back here playing Ultraviolet Grasslands. Probably our finale, I think, of Ultraviolet Grasslands. Maybe not, but probably. But yeah, that's what we got coming up, and then we'll be back hopefully next week to actually start and see some of these characters in play and kind of go over that and see what happens. If you want to hang tight, thank you for everyone for the raids tonight. We got quite a few raids. Really do appreciate you coming hanging out. Yeah, really do appreciate it. And what was the name of that? What's the name of that Kickstarter game? Nuo Varden. I'll have to check it out on Kickstarter, see what that looks like. So yeah. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and raid someone. So hang tight. We're gonna give a raid. We're gonna kind of carry it forward since people raided us. It's only fair to pay it forward. So let's go ahead and do that. Follow the raid when it pops up, and we'll catch you next time. So good night, everybody.
we all
Bye.
survived character creation.
Get that T-shirt now.
Bye.